Mic check, mic check, mic check. Hello and welcome back to the Jal Sports YouTube channel. Today we have a state playoff matchup against the Jal Panthers and the Tularosa Wildcats. Today should be a good one. Last matchup, Jal barely squeaked away with the win on a 39-38 game. Jal finished with just under 300 rushing yards and 350 total yards on the whole night. And Tularosa finished with 243 passing yards with 393 on the night. So by the statistics, Tularosa should have won that game, but Jal held on to the final seconds of the game and stopped them on the two-point conversion to win the game for Jal. And also, now Jal has noticed that the running the ball wasn't going to, be as effective as it was last year. So now they have incorporated a passing game that has been working wonders with all the speed on this team. Also, adding a new speed back, Adrian Rodriguez has played a big role in this speed offense. It has helped the run game tremendously. And then it will also open the passing game for Ito Arroyo. He's been getting some good catches, and Norbert Cervantes has been throwing the ball to him almost perfectly. So we'll see how that plays out here tonight. Should be a good, close game. Should be a fun one to call in this state playoff, state championship. So we'll see who squeaks away with the win here tonight.
Matt White and the employees of the City of Jal are proud of their Jal Panthers. They know with determination and hard work, anything is possible. Way to go, Jal Panthers. For information on the City of Jal, call 395-3340. That's 395-3340. The City of Jal, 309 South Main Street. The City of Jal is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Way to go, Jal Panthers.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
Grill is now open. Burgers, wings, steaks, salads, pastas, oysters, and tons more, all delish. Check out their full online menu on Facebook under Iron Horse Sports Grill. Open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For takeout orders, just call 395-2109. That's 395-2109. Iron Horse Sports Grill, a taste you'll remember. 204 East Kansas Avenue.
When you want an old-fashioned meal that hits the spot every time, you have to try Nana's Cafe in Jal. Nana's Cafe is known for their delicious home-cooked meals. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, you'll never be disappointed. Call 395-2132. That's 395-2132. Nana's Cafe, 301 South Main Street in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community and Jal athletics. Everyone from Nana's Cafe is cheering you on all the way. Jal Panthers.
Hello and welcome back to the Jal Sports YouTube page. I know we had a pre-game moment just a couple seconds ago, but now it's kickoff time. Jal has won the toss and has elected to receive the ball here and to start your first quarter, so we'll see what Jal can come up with. We mentioned that they are incorporating a passing game into this offense. It's not much as last year. Jal is changing. Jal is trying to mold to what the sport is becoming here, and we'll see how good it plays out today for Jal. So Tularosa now getting ready to kick the ball away, and number 3, Adrian Rodriguez, is going to be back behind to catch the ball. So there's the kick. It's going to be a little skipper kick over to number 1, Zayden Lujan. Zayden's going to catch it, fumble it, and have to fall right back onto it after the kick. The kick was kind of a little bit bobbly, caused Zayden to slip right through his hands, but we got it under control, and now we're going to start the game with not too bad field position at the 32-yard line. So Jal's going to be starting this offense here. Here comes number 12, Norbert Cervantes, out to quarterback this whole game, be the leader we need to see out of him tonight. We noticed they play a lot better after they score their first opening drive, like me and Jackson pretty much always mention. So we'll see what happens tonight. Tularosa. Here comes the formation for Jal. You got 2 out to the right side and 1 out to the left. Tularosa still. There's a snap. Running up to the middle. Gets stopped short. Blocks not being thrown there for Norbert, so he's going to be buried into the backfield. So no gain, no loss. Going to be about where he would have been no matter what. So 2nd down and 10 coming up on the 32-yard line. We'll see what Jal's going to try to pull out of their back pocket here. Here we come back onto the field. Now Zayden Lujan coming in for Arroyo. Here comes the snap. There's a snap to Norbert. Going to run the speed option. Going to hand it out to Adrian. Adrian's going to run it up the middle. Finally get up to about 6 yards, 8 yards. Mark him down and gets up to the 40-yard line. So call it now a 3rd down and give him 1-2 to go. So 2 more, so 8 for Adrian. We mentioned that he's going to be a big asset to the running game tonight, the new speed running back for Jal. So Ito can get open on the corners. There's a snap, goes to Cervantes. Cervantes is going to roll out left. Finally, still finds a little bit of room, goes out to the left side, gets a few thrown blocks there, and finds much running room there, goes up to the other 30-yard line. So call that 10, 20, 30 yards for Norbert on the second carry of the game. So 30 goes for Norbert.
Check, check, check. Check, check, check. You got me turned on?
Yes.
You got number 2 turned on?
Yep.
I don't hear anything. I don't hear you. I don't hear anything.
Don't hear
nope,
nothing?
I don't hear anything.
You're plugged
Is it
in.
tugged? Is it? Uh-oh. Okay.
Yikes. Make sure we're on the right ones, because last time me and Jackson did this, we were on totally wrong ones.
Okay. 1 and 2. Should be 1 and 2. Oh, okay. Here. Yeah, here we go. Should be in these. That should be better. Hopefully.
Now I
Hopefully.
can't hear nothing.
Now you can't hear anything. Wow, okay. Huh. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. You should be able to hear. Okay.
See? I
Can
can't
you hear? No, you can't hear. I can hear. All right. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Do you have it turned on? 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 Hold. Huh. Okay. Okay. And you usually do that?
Yeah, we always put them in 1 and 2 slots.
Okay. Let's see.
Oh, you
Yeah.
plugged them into 2 and 3.
Now let's see. Is that right? No. All right. Is this 1 and 2?
1 and 2.
All right. Let's see.
Now I can hear you.
Okay, but I can't
Can you
hear
hear me?
anything. No, I
No?
can't. I don't hear anything. There we go. There we go. I just need it to get turned up. Okay, there we
Okay.
go. Now we got audio. All right, thanks.
So missing that now. Adrian gets a carry for about 8 yards and then tries again and goes for nothing on the second one. So 16 yards in total coming for Adrian Rodriguez on the night. 9 minutes and 20 seconds left here in the first quarter. We have Don joining us now. We're missing Jackson. So
Yeah, I can't replace Jackson, but I can try to do as good a job running the camera and the spots, the commercials that you hear as possible. So, and I can chime in occasionally. But Adam, you do a good job. So there you got it.
thank you. So on Nobert's carry there, it goes back for a loss of 5. So 5 loss for Nobert, going to bring him down to 25 on the night. That loss, and Tularosa's defense going to come in big tonight. That's what happened last time we played them. Tularosa's defense kind of got a little bit more dominant than Jal did and kind of came back and creeped in their way to the game and then missed a 2-point and lost to Jal. So we'll see now what Jal can do on this 4th down and 5 coming up.
All right. Yeah. They need to try to get in, punch it in. They're close, almost in the red zone here.
So here comes, no hard count goes for Nobert and timeout called for Jal. So that will be the first timeout called for Jal. Hopefully we got our little audio situation figured out and set up, all ready to go. And now timeout called for Jal, so we can go into one as well from Jal Schools.
The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers.
To an Energy Star energy-efficient LED bulb, one that uses up to 90% less energy than a regular old incandescent bulb, and saves you more than $55 over its lifetime. You just saved energy and money and did the environment a solid. What's next? Organizing the pantry? It's suddenly so well lit. Find our LED discounts at excellenergy.com/lighting deals. Excel Energy.
Lasco Construction is a proud partner in education in Lee County. Lasco Construction is your hometown construction company. Lasco Construction encourages you and business owners to support Tatum, Jal, Lovington, Eunice, and Hobbs businesses. Buy as much as you can locally, which is why Lasco Construction always supports the youth of Lee County. Lasco Construction supports you. Call 393-9161 for all your construction needs. Support your community.
When you want it.
Here we are back from those commercials. Let us know the feedback because we're trying a different strategy tonight with a commercial since we couldn't get them all loaded up into our
Regular board.
board here. So
Right.
bear with us on all the commercials. We'll see if those work. So now Nobert threw for Ito, and Ito got it deflected. So nothing for Jal. Turns it over on downs, giving Tularosa now a 1st and 10 in not too shabby field position. Here comes quarterback for Tularosa. That is number 7. I can't tell from here, but he's going to put number 1 in motion. Jal's going to jump offside, so penalty goes for Jal on a 5-yard.
And their quarterback is number 2, Adam.
2.
Number 2.
So that is Dylan Salazar. I think I pretty much remember him from last time. Tularosa is going to look to throw the ball tonight as much as they can, noticing that Jal's passing defense struggles just a bit sometimes. Against Eunice, it definitely struggled just a bit more. But we'll see if they can handle Tularosa's passing attack tonight. And that will show us our defense pretty much. So Dylan Salazar now calling some audibles for his team. Telling the receivers what to do now. There's a snap, drops back to pass. Looking for number 5. 5's going to catch on the sideline and make a move, get him a couple more yards after the catch. But the first pass is going to go for 8 yards. So give him now a 2nd down and 2. So that was number 5 catching the pass, Pacheco. Pacheco was also one that they looked to as much as they can from last time they played Jal. So there's a snap again. Pass was bobbled. And now, number 2, Salazar is going to have to keep it himself and run out to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I think that was a designed keeper play. And, of course, he got run onto the sideline, so it stopped the clock. 7:48 left to play in this first quarter.
So now, 3rd and 3 coming up. Salazar is going to be back in the shotgun formation. Here comes the snap, looking for somewhere to go. Drops back to pass. Throwing over to number 1, and he catches it, makes a move, breaks out to the left side. He gets a little bit of running room, and Sebastian pulls off his helmet.
Flags all over the place. There's laundry all over the field, so let's see what happens.
All over the field. That was number 1 catching it, Mathis. So threw his helmet off there. So that's going to give Tularosa a lot of yards.
And number 1 will have to come out since his helmet came off. He'll have to come out for a play.
So now we'll see how big that penalty is. It's going to be, I'm going to say, pretty big here.
All the refs flew their flags, and they've got their heads together, so let's see what they say coming out of it.
You have 3 of them on the floor. So let's see.
It's going to be holding and face mask. Ooh.
Face mask. Bring him 15. Ooh. Coming up to the 35, 37, 36-yard line.
So bad penalty for Jal and a bad time for it. That puts Tularosa a lot closer to their red zone.
So now a 1st and 10 coming up of Jal's 36-yard line here. That's already 20 penalty yards for Jal tonight. Not what you're looking to see, especially in a big game like this. There's a snap to Salazar. Hands it off to number 10. Runs up to about midfield and gets it up to the 27-yard line. Going to give him a gain of 8 on that one. So that's going to bring up a 2nd down and very, very short. No moving the chains. No miscommunication. Yes, it is going to move the chains.
Ooh.
So 1st and 10 coming up. So here comes Tularosa again, dropping back to pass. That is Salazar. Salazar's looking for his receiver. He's going to get it over to this corner, and that is number 7, Tortolita, and he's going to go for a catch of 5 yards now, so give him down a 2nd and 5. So way to look for his receiver there. That was Salazar connecting with Tortolita, and it was a good catch for medium average yards. And now here comes a snap to Tularosa again. Hands off to number 10. Ball's going to be ran up about 3 yards and stopped.
Yeah, they had spotted that just right on the 20, so I think he's going to make it about to the 18. I think that's what they're going to stop. They said it. They had spotted about on the 21, so it's up at the 18 now.
So 3rd and 2. Here comes the snap for Salazar. In the pass formation now, going to keep it himself, try to go up the middle, find some room, breaks out to the right side. He definitely gets a first down, but not before he's finally pushed out of bounds. So 1st and 10 coming up for Tularosa. That was a good design play there, a quarterback sneak on that one, and he gets a good chunk of yards out of it. So now coming up on a 1st and 10 for Tularosa inside Jal's red zone. We'll see if they can put up a scoring drive here.
Of course, Jal defense is going to want to put up a good stand and try to keep them out of that end zone.
So Jal's defense wanted to stick strong here. There's a pass, little bubble screen pass to number 44. He's going to break one tackle, shift out to the left side, and find some room for a good chunk of yards there as well. Give him a gain of 9 on that one, so going to give him a 2nd down and 1.
He was able to break out of a shoestring tackle there by our number 16, I believe.
Sebastian Arroyo, which was the one who put the big penalty on Tularosa and gave him the best field position they could ask for.
So Jal looking to improve here.
There's Salazar driving back to pass. Going to throw it over the to number 1. That was Mathis, and Mathis lets it roll right through his hands and drops out. So now give him a 3rd down and 1 inside Jal's 10-yard line. So after this one, it'll pretty much be a 1st down and goal if they get it here.
Pretty good coverage at downfield by numbers 10 and 5 from Jal. I don't have the roster in front of me, but they were in the neighborhood. But basically, that ball just wasn't completed, wasn't caught and carried.
So now let's see what Salazar tries to put together. Drops back to pass, looking for someone to go. Going to try to just lob it up out to the back of the end zone for number 5. Number 5 cannot find it, cannot track it with his head. Had his head turned the wrong way. So now 4th and 1 coming up for the Tularosa Wildcats. Took me a second to think of what I was trying to say.
Yeah, pretty good defense here as Tularosa has gone to the air trying to find the end zone, and that was number 4 on the Panthers. Again, I don't have that roster in front of me, but number 4 was providing pretty good coverage on the intended receiver. There you go. Who's that?
Kobe Vargas.
All right.
I don't usually carry a roster for Jal because I'm like,
you know the players, and that's awesome, yeah.
So now here comes to Salazar. Bringing the blitz is Jal, trying to go out to the receiver. Number 4, Kobe Vargas. Oh, flag.
Uh-oh.
So they're going to call
Let's see. Could be interference, pass interference on Jal. We'll see.
I believe what they're going to call is pass interference because Kobe Vargas didn't turn around and try to find the ball. So they're going to call a pass interference on him, more than likely.
I'd say that's 95% chance here.
So pass interference called against Kobe Vargas. So
and half the distance to the goal, I think, or is it automatic 1st down? Half the distance to the goal. They're going to spot that up on about the 4-yard line.
So 1st down and 4. 1st and goal. Here comes Salazar back on, and here comes the snap. He's going to hand it off to number 10. Number 10 is going to try to squeak into the end zone, and stopped immediately by Jal. That was number 58. Cash Taylor on the stop there, 58 and 54, Brandon Houston and Cash.
Nice defense right there. Stopped them on this one. Now they're going to have to try to do that a couple more times. If they can seal things off and keep Tularosa out of the end zone, Jal would be able to try to get the ball, take the ball over and down. So it's going to be tough. It's going to be very tough against Tularosa here.
Jal wants to get in there and just butt as many heads as they can right here, hoping not to let them go right up the middle. So here comes the snap. Going to have Salazar now breaking out to the left side, finds some running room, and gets into the end zone for 6 on the board for Tularosa. Uh-oh, I put it on the wrong team. So 6 for Tularosa is going to go on that little QB sneak going out to the left side, little keeper, and scores on it was Salazar. So that's going to bring up the first points of the game for both teams.
Yeah, Tularosa on the board with 4:57 left to play in the first quarter, and they'll see if they're going to go for 2 or if they're going to try to kick. It looks like they're lining up. Looks like they're, unless their quarterback is also their kicker, and I guess he is.
That's what it looks like. No, that's
nope.
yeah.
Is that No, that's number 1.
Mathis.
Cody Mathis. So going to try to kick the extra point.
And it's up and no good, so it's going to
Ooh.
miss on a 6-0 game now. Here coming up for Tularosa. After that score, we're going to go into a timeout from...
Yep, and we'll just continue to hear from our sponsors, Nana's Cafe.
That hits the spot every time. You have to try Nana's Cafe in Jal. Nana's Cafe is known for their delicious home-cooked meals. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, you'll never be disappointed. Call 395-2132. That's 395-2132. Nana's Cafe, 301 South Main Street in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community and Jal athletics. Everyone from Nana's Cafe is cheering you on all the way. Jal Panthers. IPS Incorporated is a proud member of this community. IPS is the turnkey solution in the oil patch. One call to IPS for your upstream and midstream solution, comprising of dirt work, electrical, pumping, and crane service, plus your automation and control, is all handled with one call. One call for every aspect of your oil and gas project. Google IPS Hobbs or simply call 393-1417. IPS, the turnkey one-call oil and gas company.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers.
So now coming back onto the air, Jal finds something to do in the kickoff return. That was number 1, Zayden Lujan on it. Gets a gain of maybe 5, I think I've seen. And now coming up onto the field is the Jal Panther offense, starting off with not too shabby field position at 4 and 41. So 41 on the line. And now here comes Jal's offense. So now Norbert Zvantes calling an audible. That's number 2. Andre Rodriguez in the backfield, coming back from an injury. Here comes the snap now. Run the speed option. Norbert's going to keep it himself, try to fumble on the field. And we'll see who fell on top of that one. Jal's going to fall on top of it. That was 88 David Gaetano noticing the fumble. So knock the air out of Norbert there, but Jal recovers the fumble. So Norbert's going to get a gain of 2-1. So 26 for Norbert tonight. And now second down for Jal. Second down and 9. So here comes Jal now, wanting to put a scoring drive together.
And they really need to answer that touchdown as quickly as they can.
So there's a snap to Norbert. Norbert tries to do another quarterback keeper, nowhere to go. So gets about 2 yards and then stopped. So 28 here for Norbert tonight. And a third down and 6. So now Norbert and Andre and Adrian need to see what they can put together on this 3rd down and 7, 3rd down and long. And now we'll see what Coach Giles wants to call here on this play. Bringing Sebastian Arroyo in. Maybe a little pass skipper play here. I mentioned that Giles' passing offense has been stemming from the ground up. So there's a snap now. Norbert's going to drop back to pass, trying to go out to Ornelas.
Oh.
Ball was overthrown there or led too far, and now 4th down coming up.
And it was pretty good coverage by number 5 on Tularosa there, but a little bit, maybe it was a little bit overthrown, and maybe the coverage keeping him back from that just a little bit. So a combination of both probably.
Yeah, so both things kind of played a bad part and a good part for Tularosa, but a bad part for Jal. So we'll see now what Jal's going to put together in the 4th and 6. Looks like we're going to punt the ball away with Daniel Ornelas. And we just got some feedback on our commercials. It's a little static, they said, whenever the commercial plays, but whenever we talk, it's fine.
Okay. We'll see what we can do to clean that up.
So there's a snap. Now long kick up to about, looks like number 2 touched it there.
Right. Yeah, it took a big Jal bounce, actually. It's going to pin Tularosa back pretty deep in their territory, so a good wake for Jal. If they had to punt away, give the ball back over, at least then now maybe the D has a chance to stop them before they march down the field again. Jal's offense just not able to really get in the groove tonight yet. And Jal's defense really on the spot again to try to either slow them down or completely stop them, maybe force a turnover. It'd be nice for Jal to get the ball back this close.
Would be very nice to get the ball right here.
Yeah.
Because then Jal would literally be right there knocking on the door. Anyways, here comes Tularosa back onto it. Here comes Salazar to try to lead his team to a score here. So now audible getting called. Salazar just waiting on a call now. Trying to check with the line. Judge is one of his receivers. Here comes a snap for Salazar. He's going to drop back to pass. Look for someone to go. Going to give a little out route to number 7. Number 7 was just a little overthrown. Just a little too high for him to catch there. So that's going to go for an incomplete pass in the books. And 2nd and 10 coming up for Tularosa. Now we'll see. Ball still spotted. Same spot.
Clock has stopped. It's 3:14 left to play in this first quarter. 6-0 is your score. Tularosa leading, but it's early in the game. A lot of football left to play. Jal still has a lot to say about that.
So now here comes Tularosa back onto the field. Here comes Salazar. Salazar is going to try to put together something here for Tularosa and his team. There's a snap, drops back to pass. Running a little swing route is his running back, and the ball was way too underthrown. Blitz coming up for Jal, and was almost about to hit Salazar, so he just had to get rid of it as fast as he can, which caused the ball thrown to the floor.
Yeah, a lot of pressure. So Jal defense doing a good job bringing a lot of pressure.
So now
Jal. Yep.
So Salazar is going to try to do something here on 3rd down and 10, and so is his receivers. I am pretty much certain of, because they're in, obviously, a formation that they like to pass out of. Here comes the snap, drops back, look for someone to go. Going to try to give it over to number 7. Number 7's overthrown, and a flag's going to be called.
Some in the backfield could be holding. Well, let's see. I don't know. It's really up.
He looks like he's pointing at the secondary.
Yeah, it may be.
So let's see what he calls. Whitecap official coming up to the midfield to try to call something. Let's see. He's going to try to talk it over. No.
Let's see.
Waiting for a call here.
Yeah, waiting for it.
Something on Jal. What does that mean?
Huh. Oh, okay. It's offsetting.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So offsetting
penalties, yeah.
So it'll stay in the same spot on
it's
a
a wash.
Down. So here comes 4th and 10 coming up for Tularosa. I'm guessing they'll probably punt the ball here. They have their punter number 4 back there. No, who is that back there?
Let's see.
I can't see.
I'm widening out to give you a little more, to allow for a little more distance on this punt. We'll see.
So here comes a kick from number 2, Salazar. High punt, not very far back there. So Jal needs to get out of the way, and number 33 is going to get hit with it before he wants to. So now Jal's going to start off with great field position on a 4th down and 43-yard drive here for Jal, knocking at the door, wanting to answer this touchdown from Tularosa. Still no pickup here, so we'll see what happens on this Jal drive.
Yeah, the missed kick after that touchdown leaves the door open for Jal just a little bit, gives them, a little bit of an advantage to maybe moving forward if they can convert, if they can put some points on the board and then convert. Gives them a little bit of an edge.
So Jal's going to bring the tight end back. David Gaetan helping maybe a run out to the left side. Yes, we're going to see the speed option. Giving it out to Andre. No block thrown there by number 16.
That little pitch out was a good plan, but Tularosa's defense sniffed that out, and they brought the house there on the right side and lost of yardage on this very first carry. So
it even looked like one of our players kind of got slammed into the ground there. But Jal fans are mad about no flag called, but there's going to be nothing. So we'll see now what Jal wants to do.
It's been a fairly physical game, I've noticed, and the tackling, you've got some, when they've tackled, both teams are hitting pretty hard, but Tularosa definitely is definitely hitting hard.
Both teams out for blood, technically.
Well, only one survivor. Only one team moves on toward the playoffs.
So now Andre's going to keep it himself. Breaks out to the left side. Finds some room. Needs a block thrown there. He's going to get one. He breaks out now. Finally gets a 1st down. A good run there for Andre. Going to give him a gain of 5, 10, 15, 20 on the gain for Andre. So give him 14, 12 on the night after that loss of 8. So he's going to make up for that one and gets himself a gain of 20 yards and give him 12 on the night on 2 carries.
Nice job.
So averaging 6 here. So here comes Jal's offense back on here. Going to see an empty backfield.
1st and 10 with 1:38 left to play in this first.
So I'm guessing a quarterback keeper here. Here comes the snap. Nobert's going to look back, going to try to run it himself. Find some running room on the right side. Gets one block thrown, one block missed. So give him a gain of 5 on the play. Going to give him a 2nd down and 5 coming up.
He had a pretty nice block thrown by Brandon Houston to give him maybe an extra 1.5 yards, 2 yards there. So good carry.
So 2nd and 5 coming up.
Forward yardage. You just want to move forward and try to move the chain. So it's a good job.
That's what Jal usually does best here under the Friday Night Lights. They're real good at picking up these first downs, and they're really good at converting on 3rd down and 4th down. So that's going to play a big role here tonight against Tularosa. So here comes Nobert back onto the field with his offense. Here comes the snap. Looking out to pass. No, going to try to quarterback keep it.
Ooh.
Gets maybe nothing. No, gets nothing on the play.
Just back to the line of scrimmage, basically, as that was sniffed out. And I tell you, Tularosa's defense came roaring across like they were just walking through water.
Yep.
Not through an offensive line.
So I had a chance to talk with one of the offensive linemen on this team, and what they wanted to do tonight was control the front, is what they told me. They want to control the front, get some blocks thrown right here, and then that play, that is just not what they did.
Right, you're going to miss some if they can try to seal off those gaps a little better.
So there's a snap now, going to hand it off to Andre. Andre tries to find some room up the middle. He does, but he fumbles the ball, and Tularosa picks it up, and now it's going to be Tularosa ball.
And that was looking so good. He found that little seam. He was running through it. It looked great, and then bam.
Just got hit and dropped the ball.
Right. You got to take care of the ball. And a lot of times the other team is trying, that's where why the hard hits are coming. If they can't strip it out, they're going to try to knock it out.
Yep.
And that's what they did there.
So let's go ahead and put a fumble on this little stat sheet here that I have. And now here comes Tularosa's offense trying to put together another scoring drive on a 6-0 game with 6 seconds left in the first quarter. Let's see what they run here. There's a snap. Hands it off to number 10. Number 10 is going to try to find some room, and he gets tripped up and fell short of the line of scrimmage. So a loss of 2 going for him on a 2nd down and 12.
And that was pretty good. A nice tackle there. Going low was our number, 54?
Mm-hmm. The Brandon Houston?
Yep, I think so. 54, 58. Nope, 54.
54. So now that's going to take us into the second quarter. Jal trying to put together a scoring drive, but just can't manage to do it here. That last fumble kind of threw something off.
So after a timeout.
Proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
Iron Horse Sports Grill is now open. Burgers, wings, steaks, salads, pastas, oysters, and so much more. Check out their full online menu on Facebook under Iron Horse Sports Grill. There's so much to choose from. Iron Horse Sports Grill is open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For takeout orders, just call 575-395. That's 575-395-2109. Iron Horse Sports Grill, a taste you'll remember. 204 East Kansas Avenue in Jal.
So now we are back on. We're still getting some static. There goes how to turn the forward down. But that play was literally blown up from Jal, and nothing went for Tularosa. Maybe got a gain of 3, a little bit of a short gain there. So 3rd down coming up. 3rd down and 7. Oh, 3rd down and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3rd down and 6 coming up for Tularosa. Jal needs to stop this Tularosa team here. Last time, Jal stopped them pretty well, and now we'll see what happens. So there's a snap. Drops back to pass to Salazar. Looking for some number 7. Number 7's going to let the ball drop onto the floor. So 4th down and 6 coming up for Tularosa. Jal needs to put together a stop here and get the ball back.
Yeah, definitely. If Jal D can do this. They've been playing a pretty good game so far. I mean, Tularosa has had possession of the ball, 4 times now? And they've scored on only one of them. So if Jal can stop it, get back on offense, and get their offense rolling again without penalties and without turning the ball over,
Yeah,
and they've got a good chance to get on the board, but they've got work to do first.
So here comes a punt back for Salazar. We're going to have Ito back deep for it. Zhao's trying to block the punt and almost got a hold of it. Punt was high, not too far. Zhao just needs to move out of the way and takes a Panther bounce on it. And now number 7 has to touch it at around the 45-yard line. So that's where Zhao will start this offensive possession. Hopefully Zhao needs to put together a scoring drive here, get that run option going, get some passes thrown in there, because whenever they pass, they are very successful on it. So we'll see if they try to get something going here right now. First down. So first down for Zhao. Go ahead and put that on here. Second quarter, home has the ball. I'm doing a lot better at Scorebug tonight because I'm trying to pay attention to it.
There are a lot of moving parts, so glad I can at least run camera in the spots and take a little off of you there. So
and that's always just as much as we need.
It's a job just doing the play-by-play.
Oh yeah.
Add a lot of the other things in there, and it gets even more complicated.
Very complicated. So here comes the snap. Gonna give it off to Rodriguez. Rodriguez is gonna try to find a hole. No hole found there, so dropped short and stopped for a loss of 2. So 14 coming up for Adrian Rodriguez. I can't just say Rodriguez anymore because now there's 2 of them. So,
right,
Andre and Adrian.
I'm gonna try this. Okay, I'm gonna try this.
So here comes Zhao back into the huddle. Zhao's finally coming out here, hoping to get something scoring for Zhao. Andre has came out of the game and Adrian has went in. Here comes the snap for Cervantes. He's going to drop back to pass, run a little slant route over the top, throws it to Zayden. Zayden catches a good pass there and brought down by his helmet, and no flag thrown there. Literally brought down by his helmet on that one. But gave him a gain of 4 for the pass there. So now we're going to add Norbert on the passing chain. Through to him for 4. So 4 on the night, and Lujan, number 1, is going to have 4 receiving yards. And here comes Zhao back out of the huddle. So third down and long coming up. See, that's where I mess up whenever I start saying I'm doing good on it. So third down and 8 coming here for Zhao. Here comes the snap. He's going to hand it up.
Ooh.
No, keeps it himself and tries to break out to the left side. And literally horse collar tackle him there, but no flag thrown.
Wow, and that was number 7, number 68 for Tularosa, both in on that. Big time.
So give him a big loss there of 5. So give him back down to 28. And here comes Zhao's punt team coming back. That is Ornelas trying to punt the ball away now for Zhao. Needs a long, deep punt and stopped at the 1-yard line.
Yeah. It's kind of a tall order right there, right? We'll see what he can do. We want to pin him back.
So here comes the punt for Ornelas. Far punt for sure. Number 2 don't want to touch it. And number 2 finally touched it. And now big block thrown there on Lujan, Zayden Lujan. And finally brought down at the 10-yard line. We'll see what the flag is, though. All flags have been going in favor of Tularosa tonight, so we'll see if Zhao gets one. Little cookie thrown their way here.
Yeah, it'd be nice to try to even up the score just a bit.
So
Zhao has been kind of shooting themselves in the foot here. In addition to not really getting a lot of good offensive rhythm going, they've had some penalties at bad times. All the penalties.
So
a penalty never comes at a good time.
exactly.
Never good news.
Unless right here it's going to go for Zhao. Maybe a blindside block. I believe Lujan wasn't even looking that way, and it just smashed him.
All right, so
yeah.
we got our way, Adam. We got one.
We did. So now a 1st and 15 coming up for Tularosa, and that's what you want here. A little bit of them getting penalties so they can get frustrated with themselves and
you
Zhao
know
can break
they're
away.
they're right back. Their quarterback is in the end zone, and that's always dangerous. So Zhao could put some extra pressure on Tularosa's offensive line here, try to get through, sacking the quarterback in the end zone. Be a nice move.
Because Zhao can definitely bring a blitz whenever they want to do it. So here comes the snap. We'll see what the D-line can do here. Hard count coming for Salazar, now calling an audible, calling a new play.
Tularosa had them all spread out from one side to the other, though.
Yep, so here comes the snap now for Salazar. He's going to drop back, look for a pass. Tries to throw deep. Number 16, Sebastian Arroyo, is there to deflect the pass, almost with the interception. But the good thing he gets a deflection there. So a 2nd down and 15 coming up. We'll see Salazar throwing the ball tonight. Has not been as well as he wanted it to.
Yep.
Oh,
Good defense there by Jal.
So 2nd and 10. I thought it was a 15, but I believe they just moved it back from where the original tackle happened. So still a 2nd and 10 coming up.
Still very close to the end zone.
Let's see what Salazar tries to do here with an empty backfield.
I would bet another long pass to try to get out of
There's
there.
a pass to number 5, overthrown, and Ito tried to come up with the interception there, but they're going to say it hit the floor.
Incomplete pass.
So the ball hit the floor. I believe the ball did hit the floor there. I kind of seen it bounce right up into his arms, but 3rd down coming up. 3rd and 10. So we'll see if they go to another pass. Let's see. Tularosa has been wide open on these passes. The quarterback just overthrowing them. So
Right.
Jal's defense is not really like
They're not really covering really close.
yeah, but
It's just been, we'll take it. I mean, underthrow, overthrow, or if it's
it's kind of
good
like
coverage, good defensive coverage, however it happens, as long as they don't connect.
it's
Right.
kind of like a skilled luck out there.
Yeah,
for Jal.
exactly. You can be good or you can be lucky. If you can be both, that's awesome.
That's
but
amazing.
We'll take either one.
So now here comes Tularosa. Here comes Salazar with the snap. Going to hand it off to number 10. No, keeps it back for him to throw. And way overthrown. Sebastian Arroyo is going to try to lay out for the ball. But no, not caught it. So 4th down and 10 coming up for Tularosa. Jal is doing a very good job right now at stopping these long bombs that Tularosa is trying to throw on us.
Yeah, the defense has just been phenomenal in this game tonight for Jal. And we've got 8:41 left to play in this 2nd quarter. Still 6-0. Tularosa put that 6 on the board fairly quickly into the game, just a couple of minutes into the game. So Jal has turned the ball over and then has had to turn the ball over on downs, but also lost, fumbled, and gave the ball to the other team once. So they've had their ups and their downs pretty
Yep.
early
So
offensively, but defense still working.
So now they're struggling to put some more points on the board. So there's the high punt. Not very far once again for Tularosa. Going to take a Wildcat bounce. Bounces all the way out to the 41, 42-yard line. So good punt there by Tularosa. Didn't look too far, but that bounce, it really helped them out there on Jal's short field position. So now Jal's going to start this offensive drive at the 41-yard line.
Yeah, it would be nice to actually be starting on, their
Again?
yeah, on their 41. But it's okay. Just further to go, but maybe Jal's offense can do that. They certainly are eating clock while they're doing this, and as long as they can hang on to the ball a little bit longer and keep it out of the Tularosa hands, that'll give the defense a little bit of rest. I know they have some two-way players that don't get a lot of rest because they're working defensive line and offensive line, but a little bit of rest, every bit of fresh legs you can have out there, that's good for you.
Exactly. That's what Jockson always brings up. He's always bringing up how big our team is, and it's not very big, so it kind of struggles to stay, refreshed.
Right.
And ball thrown to Ito Arroyo is caught.
Nice.
Good throw there by No Responses and picked up and slammed to the floor is Ito, but not before he can get an amazing catch. Give him 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
Yeah, that was our Ito Arroyo, and their number 72 was right there and just kind of saying some words. It looked like maybe some words were exchanged out there because 72 was trying his best to strip that ball. That was a fantastic catch. The throw was right on, but I tell you what, Ito had to really the quarterback had to thread the needle, and Ito had to fight between a Tularosa sandwich to be able to catch and hang on to that. So good job.
So good spark there from Ito. That was a very good catch, and looks like we're going to, what is ref saying here? Maybe something about the clock? I don't know what that means.
Let's see.
I'm going to bring in official car to see what these flags mean.
Now they're just saying start the clock.
Run the clock, yep.
Okay.
The referee will be keeping time on his watch. And Jal Panthers are starting with the Jal Panther.
So here comes now Nober back in the backfield by himself. Gonna hand it off to Andre on the little speed thing there. And number 30 rushed immediately into the inside and stopped short and not even got back to the line of scrimmage. Andre
No.
there is getting the backlash of this Jal offense and Tularosa defense.
Yeah, Tularosa's number 30 did a phenomenal job. He just skipped right over the line and just ran right around his tackler and got through the line and jumped on him.
Not much you could do if you're Andre there. Just kind of got smacked in the backfield.
Second and 13 for the Panthers.
So now here comes a snap for Cervantes again. Hard count. Timeout called for Jal. And that will take us into a timeout as well from whoever you got there, Don.
All right, we'll hear from Jal Schools.
The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal Schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
Kayla and Emmy Lujan from Panther Energy are excited for their Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one-stop shop for backhoes, dump trucks, roustabouts, and welding. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
Congratulations.
Here we are now back from this little short timeout here and getting the clock reset on 7 minutes and 10 seconds. Our scoreboard was messing up here tonight in Jal.
Yeah, they took some time off of that for sure.
Yep.
So 7 minutes, 10 seconds until halftime. And Tularosa leading 6-0 here, but the Panthers have the ball and would like to have something to say about that.
So here comes a snap for Noble. Going to throw it over to Daniel Ornelas. He's going to get hit and smoked from the backfield. Now third down coming up, third down and short. So good throw there by Noble. Going to give him a 10-yard gain on the throw.
10 yards.
So see, whenever Jal's starting to throw the ball, they're very successful on it.
Ball at the 30-yard
So
line.
22 is going to go for 10 yards, and Norbert's going to throw for a total 34 on the night. So now here comes the play call here for the Jal Panthers.
And Panther fans at halftime, your JPYS.
So now here comes Jal back out onto the field. Andre Rodriguez is going to be back in the backfield for this. We'll see if Jal's O-line can hold up against it. There's a snap. He's going to look for another pass, try to throw it deep to Lujan. Zayden Lujan dropped the pass there off his hands.
Pass deep intended for number 1, Zayden Lujan, incomplete.
And he was being covered by number 1 on Tularosa.
So good play
But
call there, but
yeah, but not real tight. It really was a matter of either just a little underrun or a little overthrown or a combination of both.
so if you're Jal here, Don, what do you do?
I think you pass again. Or, as you said, when they've been knocking on the end zone within about 30 yards or fewer, do they tend to go to the pass or do they rely on the run?
They tend to go for the pass.
Okay.
So we'll see if they go back to what they have been doing pretty much for the last 4 games, because I don't want to see at the beginning of the season, because you've seen at the beginning of the season they didn't have very much of a pass game to go to. But now we're going to run the little pass
Yep.
game again. Goes to
screen.
Ito. Ito's going to do a little screen, bubble receiver, whatever you want to call that there. And he's going to get a good gain of about 8. So now give Nober 8 on the night.
Yep. And Arroyo, has been pretty reliable receiver tonight. As reliable as anything. As Jal offense has sparked a bit here and there, but they just haven't been able to, consistently, get sparked and stay fired up and get a successful drive.
Exactly.
But this may be the time.
You said it better than I could, Don. So now here comes Norbert. Going to try to run the speed option. Throws it out to Andre. Andre's going to get hit in the legs there. And running the clock here, so 2nd down and 10. I believe if Norbert would have caught that, he probably would have had a lot more yards than if he would have pitched it. But we go to the pitch and loses Andre another yard. So Andre's kind of getting the short end of the stick here. Every time they give it to him, it's going
Right.
for a loss.
Ito gets the positive yards, and then Andre gets the loss, right?
Yep, so we're literally drawing straws here. And the short straw is always going to Andre. Looks like every time they notice that they're going to go for a loss, they're like, throw it to Andre. So Andre's going to be back in the backfield again for Nobert. Drops back. No. Yes, drops back to pass. Looking for someone to go. He's going to try to roll out left on a QB scramble. He has some room. Overthrew Andre. I think if Nobert probably should have just kept that one himself and ran out to the left side, he would have had very much yards than that pass there because that pass went for nothing. So maybe if that play would have been just ran himself, he could have got a little bit more yards, but still go for 42 on the night. And Andre, the intended target, got 0 on it.
And this is a crunch time now for Jal. They really, this important third down, need to convert on that. They've got some fresh legs coming in. 1 and, was that 12 or 17?
It was 17, I believe.
All right.
Actually, I don't know. Maybe 11. I believe it could have been 11.
Could have been the 1 and 1 instead of the 1-7.
So here comes the snap now for Nobert. He's going to try to run the speed option. Throws it back to Andre about, like, way back in the backfield. And Andre has nowhere to go and gets a gain of maybe 3. We'll see. Maybe they go for it, kick the field goal here.
Right. Got kicked off. He really got nailed by 77. Just came and threw himself down at his feet and tripped him up. But still made some positive yards. He was just running, trying to turn the corner, trying to get enough speed to turn the corner and get positive yard upfield.
Yep. It also don't help whenever we threw it to him about 10 yards more back than he needed to run.
So we'll get back a little bit here.
So they are going to go for it here. We're going to see if we see the pass. There's a snap, drops back, looking for somewhere to go. Going to try to go to Ito Arroyo. It's picked off, but a flag on the play.
Is it still a live ball? I don't know that they've whistled it. Yeah, now they finally do.
Yep. So I believe there was a penalty flag because there is one right there. You see the little yellow piece of laundry.
Through the flag.
We'll see here if we want to leave the piece of laundry in the washing machine or if we want to see it. You never know. Especially right now, you don't know what you're going to get here because there could have been a flag by any
the refs, and they're all talking it over, all 4 heads together out there.
And it looks like Carry On was kind of shaking his head there, so maybe it's going to be on Jal. A little bit of body language viewing here.
So they're going to say offensive pass interference? That's
I don't know.
Huh.
No, maybe they are calling it on Tularosa because they had his hand pointed that way.
Hopefully it's defensive pass. Holding.
Offense.
But, okay. All right.
So, going to be Tularosa ball.
Over on downs.
Yep. So, whenever you need to score the most, you don't get one from Jal. And poor Andre is just getting pummeled back there in the game. I'm telling you, drawing the short end.
Yeah, Jal's offense just has had struggles, has really struggled tonight.
Well, it's the first time you're going to see a big game without their old 2 key players, Alex and Jacob. First big game that they're going to play by themselves here tonight in 4 years.
Yeah, that's
so you're used to seeing them here on the field.
Really, we miss them certainly.
You definitely will. Especially in situations like that whenever you have 2 power backs that can just run over anybody. Not as big as we used to be. So let's see. Coach Giles is still talking it over with the official.
But Giles done a good job with what they've had this year. I think they've done a nice job. They're not ranked, 4th in the state in 2A for nothing. But Tularosa is giving them fits tonight here. If Jal could just get their offense fired up, but Tularosa's defense is making that very difficult. Tularosa's a good team.
A very good team here, as we seen last time we played them as well. Surprised you don't see no Eunice fans out here tonight as well, since they don't play till Saturday.
Right, Eunice is playing tomorrow afternoon. Yeah, they're taking on the number 8 team, Estancia, having to make that long trip down to Lee County tomorrow.
And then, especially being the number 8 team, you just want to get something going for you.
If Jal were to win tonight, they're going to move forward.
If Jal wins tonight, they're definitely going to want Estancia to win tomorrow. So now here comes the offense back on the field for Tularosa. Going to run a little screen, short pass out to number 10. Number 10's not going to find any room.
Nice tackle.
There.
Yeah, good defense.
So way to play defense there for Jal. Now coming up on a 2nd down and 12. Oh, that's going down. We need it to go up.
And who was that who threw the tackle? Was it our number I don't
It
know.
was 16, Arroyo, Sebastian.
Okay.
But there's a snap. Tularosa is going to drop back to pass, looking for someone to go. Are we going to see an interception here? No, caught by Tularosa's number 7 on the bobbled passes, on the bobbled tips.
Yep. Although nice defense there by Kobe Vargas, trying his best to
Jump up and get the ball.
to jump up to get that ball, but did not work.
Did not work at all. You said it correctly. There's a throw over.
Oh,
Oh, intercepted by
Nice.
Cervantes. He's going to run all the way out to the right, break a move out to the left, and a pick 6 goes for Nobert. Touchdown, Jal. So good hit by Sebastian Arroyo to stop that defender and then
he
pop
did.
it up.
The ball, he popped it up. Man, they ran into each other. Just I've seldom seen, two players actually kind of collide. They weren't like rams going at each other. They just collided by accident, really.
Like
and and the ball popped straight up, and Norbert picked that up and ran it in. Nice play. Good heads up. Good heads up. Watching the ball, and nice assist there.
Exactly.
May have been a painful assist.
What do you want to call that? Exactly.
but a pick 6, the INT, and the run in, and now the attempted point after for Jal. It's tied up at 6 right now. You're going to make it 7? Oh, no good.
I believe
No good.
Andre is usually the field goal kicker. He was not out there just then to kick the field goal.
Right?
So maybe the injury kind of stopped him from kicking that one.
Yeah, I believe that actually was Chavez, number 65, Elijah Chavez. Is that who that was? 55. Okay, yeah, Jesus Carrion.
So tie the game up 6-6 now with 3 minutes and 9 seconds left to go. Haven't played very many commercials. You want to play one here, Don?
Yeah, you betcha.
Students and student athletes of Lee County, R360 congratulates all Jal, Eunice, Hobbs, Lovington, Tatum, and the surrounding high schools, and wishes the best of luck to our student athletes competing this week in state playoffs. Right now is more important than ever to recognize positive achievements in our communities. Join R360 in saluting our amazing Lee County students. This community message is brought to you by R360.
Okay, it's back. Yeah, you're back.
Yep.
Now athletics.
I missed it, though. I couldn't
It's
pause
okay.
it, so.
Yeah, it's okay. Go ahead.
So we're back onto the air. So here comes, that's Ornelas back to kick the ball away. Little roller kick there, goes out to number 2. That's Salazar. Salazar now trying to make something happen on the run. And now Jal's trying to tackle him. And here comes David Gaetan on him to bear hug him and throw him down. So now Jal is going to try to stop this team once again, as they have the last 4 times they've had the ball. So first down coming up for Tularosa. Let's see, first down and 10. Wade's going to have the possession with 3 minutes left to play in the second quarter. 3 minutes left till halftime. Ow. So here comes Tularosa. That's number 2, Salazar, back to lead the ball here. Here comes the snap. Going to hand it off to number 10. Number 10's trying to make something happen, and he finds some running room. Jal can't take him down. He's literally bulldozing everybody who runs into his path, and finally brought down. And that was number 11, Ito Arroyo, on the stop there. So now second down and 4 coming up for Tularosa. 1, 2, 3, 4. There comes the snap. Salazar drops back, looking for somewhere to go, and he's going to try to keep it himself. Breaks out left, finds a lot of running room. Sebastian Arroyo is going to be there to lay a good hit on him. And
Flag.
I think that was just a good hit. I don't know if he was out of bounds yet before he hit him, though.
Yeah, I think he was trying to avoid. I think he trying to run out of bounds himself before getting hit. So we'll see. As I bet this is going to be on Jal.
Oh, it definitely will be. They'll probably call a late hit on him, which I believe he probably still was in bounds whenever Sebastian laid the hit on him. But it was probably, but I don't know. So I don't know what they call.
Personal foul. Yep. It's going to be on him because of that hit. So
how much does that bring him up? 10 yards?
Maybe 15. If it's personal foul, I think it's 15. We'll see.
So now here comes Salazar back after taking that big hit by Sebastian. We'll see if that alters his game here. There's a pass. Salazar looking for someone to go. Try to throw it over the top, and Tularosa is going to get in to put 6 on the board immediately after Jal put it on there. So Jal scores, and looks like defense wanted to let up there and just let him run a field down the field on a first down and 10, and goes up to score for 12 on the night here for
Yeah.
Tularosa.
I really don't know if that was just good, offensive line work by Tularosa, or with whether Jal's defense just broke down a little bit
Yeah.
and allowed him to find that running room, or find the passing room rather.
The first play was just kind of blown up. All the receivers were down the field, and Salazar just found a lot of room. But on the 2-point, it was almost picked off there, tipped, and no good. So 12-6 now coming up for Jal.
So at least Jal has managed to, to keep them from getting the 2 conversions, and now they only trail by 6 points. So we'll be back with more Jal football coming up on Jal Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
Mike Guerin is a proud supporter of Jal Athletics. The game you're listening to is brought to you in part by State Farm agent Mike Guerin. If you have insurance questions regarding auto, motorcycle, home, life, or health, or financial questions like annuities or education savings plans, call 393-4500. Mike Guerin and his staff will not only answer your questions, they'll find you the best program for your insurance needs. State Farm agent Mike Guerin. Se habla español.
As Lee County's largest independent insurance agency, Lavelle Insurance works with a large number of insurance companies. They'll do your comparison shopping for you, guaranteeing you the very best price on the very best coverage for life, health, auto, retirement planning, commercial, or personal insurance. Lavelle Insurance offers innovative solutions to protect your assets, goals, and future plans. Lavelle Insurance, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
So on that kick return, Zayden Lujan caught it, almost fumbled the ball midair, but ends up grabbing back onto it and going back into the 39-yard line. So that's where the Jal possession is going to start, hoping to score in the next 2 minutes and 17 seconds. Jal is left with only 1 timeout. So again, clock management could have been a little bit better here. Could have had a couple more timeouts coming in to the second quarter with 2 minutes left. But still, you will still have a lot of time to score on this drive here.
Yeah, sorry about that. The camera, I wasn't following that kick. I was texting and worrying about the text in the spot. So
don't text and film.
Miss that. That's right. Don't text and drive. Don't text and try to off the camera at the same time. Doesn't work.
So
I think I could get cited for that, maybe, by the play-by-play police. Yeah.
So here comes now Nober. He is going to drop back, look for a pass, almost a sack, and he is. He gets dropped in the backfield. No blocking coming from Jal tonight. Blocks are being thrown around. I believe that was number 71, Baxter, that let the block go. And Tularosa gets him in the backfield, and timeout called for Jal. Tularosa, no Jal.
I think they motioned to
timeout.
Tularosa. No, by the Wildcats. Okay.
So now here comes Jal into the huddle, and we'll see what Coach Giles tries to draw up here. I believe it's going to be something good, because he obviously is going to want to put points on the board before halftime, because he did receive the kick. And if he gives it right back to Tularosa, Tularosa's going to have another chance of putting some more points on the board.
Right. And just 2 minutes left before the half now. 2 minutes, 2 seconds on the clock, with it 2nd and 17 out of this timeout.
So not what you want to see, obviously.
Tularosa's huddle, well, they were breaking up. Now they've gone back into it.
So now here we come back out of the huddle. No, that's Tularosa coming back out as well, though. So we'll see.
Jal taking a little bit of time in the huddle. Now the coach wanting to have just a word with the ref.
We'll see what the word was about. Actually, no, you won't.
Yeah. Just a quick one, I guess. I guess he was probably saying, hey, we're breaking things up, ref. Don't worry.
So here comes Jal back out onto the field. I believe you'll probably see another passing attack here, unless you want to run it with Adrian.
And Jal's running out of clock here. They've just got 2 minutes to move about 70 yards downfield, try to put a score in before half.
And no 2-minute warning for high school teams, so that's not going to play a factor. Here comes the snap. He's going to hand it off to Adrian. Adrian's going to try to find room. Stop.
Nope. No way. No go.
Flag
he
called,
gets,
though.
yeah, and he gets swarmed. 68, 7, and I think 55 all in that.
Hopefully that boosts Jal.
We'll see. I've got the roster for there. I've got the Tularosa roster now.
Okay. Yeah, I have a Tularosa roster as well, just in case.
All right, 77. Yeah, it's. Of course, it's about 9 miles long.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Our roster is it's a lot shorter, let me put it that way. Yeah, our roster is like one page,
This one's
and theirs
3
is
pages.
three pages, taped together and then photographed. So
Exactly.
it takes a minute to kind of actually look down and try to find
Just
players.
zoom in. Just
Yeah, I'll just I'll catch those as I can. So.
So here comes Jal's offense. No penalty. Yeah, penalty call is going to bring Jal up 5 more yards, so a 2nd down and 10. So we'll just replay 2nd down here. Here comes the snap for Jal. Going to drop back to pass. Hopefully, no, hands it off to Adrian again. Adrian tries to find some room. Nowhere to go here.
Hard slogging as he gets triple teamed again. 68, 65, 30 for Tularosa. Man, those guys are just crazy. So a timeout's being called. We'll take 30 seconds and be back with more Jal football.
Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
You've just changed the light bulb in the pantry to an Energy Star energy-efficient LED bulb, one that uses up to 90% less energy than a regular old incandescent bulb, and saves you more than $55 over its lifetime. You just saved energy and money and did the environment a solid. What's next? Organizing the pantry? It's suddenly so well lit. Find our LED discounts at excelergy.com/.
So here comes 3rd down and 8 coming up for Jal. We'll see what they try to run here. This is a little bit different than we've ever seen. They're going to have a tight end out there, David Gaetan now. And in your slot receiver is Daniel Ornelas. Here comes the snap. Going to pitch it out to Andre.
Oh.
Andre has nowhere to go. I don't see what they wanted to do with that play there.
Yeah, I think they were hoping that he was going to, it was a little flea flicker, and I think they were hoping that he was going to be turn the corner and get ahead. But Tularosa's line, they're not just big, they're quick. They're fast, and they were on it. And on that play before it could really develop and get any positive yardage on it. Hardly at all.
So here, when Tularosa going to use their last time out, don't you just maybe want to run this one in or take a knee and just let the time run out the rest of
Well, I don't know. I think Jal's going to just want to try to score. I think they're going to use every second they've got to try to get on the board.
Yep.
Well, we'll see. You may be right, maybe.
4th and 10, it's kind of dangerous to even go for it here. Maybe just punt the ball away as well, because they go for it. Tularosa's going to have very good field
Exactly. If they
score.
turn right around, they might have a good chance. So I think that's probably what they're talking about in the huddle is, all right, what do we do for sure? Do we want to kick it, try to pin them back deep? But then there's always the chance of them getting through the line on the punt return and getting it downfield. So I don't know.
You're right.
Yeah, it's one of those things you feel like if you make the right call, you look like a genius. If you make the wrong call, everybody says, well, I wouldn't have done that. Why'd you do that, right?
Exactly. So it's kind of like a double standard here coming up, no matter what. But, yeah, it's going to be back to punt for Jal. That's Ornelas. Maybe get a strip fumble here. There's a kick. It was almost blocked, but far punt there for Ornelas. Going to take a Panther bounce and stop short at around the 23-yard line. Looks like number 2 is touching it every single time he's right next to it.
Right.
Kind of a while ago, he kind of taunted a little bit and acted like he was going to touch it. And I was like, oh, he might have touched that one.
Yeah, and that was Rodriguez, Andre Rodriguez, our number 2.
Yep. So now here comes 1st down and 10 coming up for Tularosa with 1 minute and 16 seconds left to score here.
Jal just needs to guard against the big play, the long pass, the Hail Mary, the big play, getting a runner to break free, or maybe a fake and a quarterback, keeper getting through. We'll just see. Tularosa is going to try for a big play and try to run it in and get it in the end zone right before half.
So there's a snap for Tularosa, going to try to throw it deep.
Yep.
And he connects to number 1. That is Mathis, and he's going to run it all the way in for a Wildcat touchdown.
And I think the bubble with the words are still hanging out there when I said they're going to try. Jal's going to try to guard against the big play, the long pass, right? And running it in.
Why wouldn't you want to there on the that long pass could have changed the game totally. Why don't they just run a prevent defense there?
So Tularosa did exactly what they wanted to do. Jal couldn't stop them, and now they've got a lot of momentum and a big lead, 18-6 right now before they even try the point after. Are they going to kick it? I think they're going to try to kick it. We'll see.
So that probably got a lot of you fans at home questioning as to why you don't run a prevent defense, and you'll never know. So here comes Tularosa going for 2 now. There's a snap. Looking back to throw. Nowhere to go. Throws out, and he does get it over to number 7. So 2-point conversion does go there for Tularosa. Now 20-6. Jal is down. Good underdog story coming up after this.
Excel Energy.
Lasco Construction is a proud partner in education in Lee County. Lasco Construction is your hometown construction company. Lasco Construction encourages you and business owners to support Tatum, Jal, Lovington, Eunice, and Hobbs businesses. Buy as much as you can locally, which is why Lasco Construction always supports the youth of Lee County. Lasco Construction supports you. Call 393-9161 for all your construction needs. Support your community.
When you want an old-fashioned meal that hits the spot every time, you have to try Nana's Cafe in Jal. Nana's Cafe is known for their delicious home-cooked meals. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, you'll never be disappointed. Call 395-2132. That's 395-2132. Nana's Cafe, 301 South Main Street in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community and Jal athletics. Everyone from Nana's Cafe is cheering you on all the way. Jal Panthers.
Here we come back onto the air. Tularosa leading 20-6, about to go into halftime. Little squib kick going for Andre. Andre's going to try to keep it himself, run out, and literally is getting demolished in the backfield. And he does manage to break away from some tackles, but finally brought down. Jal is not throwing any blocks tonight for our boys.
It's a little tough. I don't know. Tularosa's, defense, they've just been strong. Their offense, their defense, they've just been doing really well. Jal's defense really played tough for about
Exactly.
for about a quarter and a half there. Really hard work, and I don't know. It just seems like they've let up a little bit.
Last 2 drives look like they're kind of just taking their foot off the gas here, and it's costing them big here.
And maybe they're the ones who are a little gassed and running out of gas a little here.
And I wouldn't doubt that one because Tularosa likes to go long, and that's wearing out our cornerbacks. So here comes Nober now back to him, hopefully throw. Yep, he's going to drop back to pass, looking for somewhere to go. Going to try to throw it deep, and wasn't even – Nober was just kind of looked and threw there, wasn't really seeing if there was anybody there.
Right. I don't know whether Arroyo got held up on his route just a little bit or whether that ball was just overthrown.
Yeah, lack of communication coming from Jal, definitely.
Could definitely be, of course. That's Ito Arroyo, the intended receiver at least. Some pretty good coverage by, it looked like Tularosa was doing better at trying to catch the pass.
Yep,
exactly. And they had a little more bead on the ball than we did, but.
So now here comes Jal. Maybe. We might see him. Here comes the snap. Going to go out to Andre. Andre's going to keep it himself. Try to go somewhere, but there's nowhere for him to go. No blocks are being thrown for Jal right now. Offensive line is being demolished. All of our offensive line is not holding up against this Texaco team very well.
Yeah, Tularosa is really strong. They've got a big line, too. These guys they're big, but I mentioned they're fast. They're quick.
Really quick,
They're quick across the line. They're fast. They're
so maybe you just
keying in on they're keying in on our ball carriers and pretty good defense on the air attack. So, yeah. So Jal's just having fits, and a lot of some of it is not that Jal's not playing well. It's that Tularosa is playing very well.
Playing very, very well, yeah. But also, you're not used to seeing Jal get stuffed as much as they are tonight. So
and I think that they're a little bit frustrated by this, and it's showing. They're just really frustrated by their lack of progress on anything. They're trying to throw. They're trying to run.
Exactly. Can't really do nothing on this team tonight.
Yeah, but they've got half of a football game to figure it out, halftime, to kind of make some adjustments maybe, figure it out. They're down, by 14, just 2 touchdowns. That's all they're down by. So they can come back, and there's a lot of football left to play, and Jal's certainly capable of finding that offensive rhythm and really sparking up and getting something started. They're going to have to wait till after halftime to bring it, though.
Yep, you said it almost perfect, but there's snaps and nowhere. He's going to keep it himself, try to break out to the right side. So a little bit of momentum getting left off for Jal, getting a good, strong run there, going up for 4th down. And coming into halftime, this first half has looked, can I say, rough for the Jal Panthers?
I think so, yeah. It has definitely been a struggle, during this first half.
It's kind of like they barely woke up, kind of slept in a little bit too long.
But defense doing a pretty good job and working really hard in that first half. And we'll see that Jal comes out in the second half. We'll have some things to talk about here definitely in our halftime. And we'll take a break for a couple of minutes and come back with more of the halftime report right here on Jal Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
IPS Incorporated is a proud member of this community. IPS is the turnkey solution in the oil patch. One call to IPS for your upstream and midstream solution, comprising of dirt work, electrical, pumping, and crane service, plus your automation and control, is all handled with one call. One call for every aspect of your oil and gas project. Google IPS Hobbs or simply call 393-1417. IPS, the turnkey one-call oil and gas company.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
Iron Horse Sports Grill is now open. Burgers, wings, steaks, salads, pastas, oysters, and so much more. Check out their full online menu on Facebook under Iron Horse Sports Grill. There's so much to choose from. Iron Horse Sports Grill is open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For takeout orders, just call 575-395-2109. That's 575-395-2109. Iron Horse Sports Grill, a taste you'll remember. 204 East Kansas Avenue in Jal. The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
Kayla and Emmy Lujan from Panther Energy are excited for their Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one-stop shop for backhoes, dump trucks, roustabouts, and welding. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
Congratulations, students and student athletes of Lee County. R360 congratulates all Jal, Eunice, Hobbs, Lovington, Tatum, and the surrounding high schools, and wishes the best of luck to our student athletes competing this week in state playoffs. Right now is more important than ever to recognize positive achievements in our community. Join R360 in saluting our amazing Lee County students. This community message is brought to you by R360.
State Farm Agent Mike Guerin is a proud supporter of Jal Athletics. The game you're listening to is brought to you in part by State Farm Agent Mike Guerin. If you have insurance questions regarding auto, motorcycle, home, life, or health, or financial questions like annuities or education savings plans, call 393-4500. Mike Guerin and his staff will not only answer your questions, they'll find you the best program for your insurance needs. State Farm Agent Mike Guerin. Se habla español.
As Lee County's largest independent insurance agency, Lavelle Insurance works with a large number of insurance companies. They'll do your comparison shopping for you, guaranteeing you the very best price on the very best coverage for life, health, Auto, retirement planning, commercial or personal insurance, Lavelle Insurance offers innovative solutions to protect your assets, goals, and future plans. Lavelle Insurance, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics. Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
You've just changed the light bulb in the pantry to an Energy Star energy-efficient LED bulb, one that uses up to 90% less energy than a regular old incandescent bulb, and saves you more than $55 over its lifetime. You just saved energy and money and did the environment a solid. What's next? Organizing the pantry? It's suddenly so well lit. Find our LED discounts at excellenergy.com/lighting deals. Excel Energy.
Lasco Construction is a proud partner in education in Lee County. Lasco Construction is your hometown construction company. Lasco Construction encourages you and business owners to support Tatum, Jal, Lovington, Eunice, and Hobbs businesses. Buy as much as you can locally, which is why Lasco Construction always supports the youth of Lee County. Lasco Construction supports you. Call 393-9161 for all your construction needs. Support your community.
When you want an old-fashioned meal that hits the spot every time, you have to try Nana's Cafe in Jal. Nana's Cafe is known for their delicious home-cooked meals. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, you'll never be disappointed. Call 395-2132. That's 395-2132. Nana's Cafe, 301 South Main Street in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community and Jal athletics. Everyone from Nana's Cafe is cheering you on all the way. Jal Panthers. IPS Incorporated is a proud member of this community. IPS is the turnkey solution in the oil patch. One call to IPS for your upstream and midstream solution, comprising of dirt work, electrical, pumping, and crane service, plus your automation and control, is all handled with one call. One call for every aspect of your oil and gas project. Google IPS Hobbs or simply call 393-1417. IPS, the turnkey one-call oil and gas company.
And here we come back from this little halftime. We are going to go ahead and start our halftime show tonight. So if you're listening to us on HobbsAmerica.com or Jal YouTube, we just want to first thank you for listening to us and making this possible. And go ahead and let's talk about a little bit about the game.
Yeah. And by the way, of course, you're Adam. I'm Dawn, and I'm just happy to be here. I'm sitting in for Jackson, who is off doing something personal and something very important toward his education this weekend. So we'll let him explain that maybe in the next game when he comes back. But happy to be here and to just run camera and throw a little stuff in here and there when Adam takes a breath occasionally. So we also want to say that halftime entertainment they were the 4th, 5th, and 6th grade cheerleaders.
Yep.
So the very youngest ones were out there and doing a really great job.
Very good.
You could see that. Of course, the audio was not the music that they were doing their routine to. It was, of course, the commercials of our sponsors that we wanted to bring you. But you could see video and that they were doing a really nice job. So shout out to them. And I guess the watch out, varsity cheerleaders there. Those younger girls are really good. They're coming up. They're
the new and improved.
Yeah. So here we are at halftime, Adam, and we've got about 7 minutes or so left on the halftime clock, and the score is 20-6 in favor of Tularosa. This is not how Jal wanted to come out and start their first round of the state 2A playoffs, is it?
No, not at all. And it's not really what you expect to see out of Jal to come out and start this, because usually you want to see them get off to a hot start, get some momentum going and boiling up. And right now you're just really seeing none of that. The running game can't get going. The passing game has been there, and the defense has been real strong. But that last 2 minutes of that second quarter kind of Tularosa started blowing us out of the water there, and pushed us up 20-6 and scored 2 touchdowns in 2 minutes.
Yeah, they're Jal. Jal's going to have to be talking in the locker room about getting the offense, getting the ball back into the offense's hands, and then trying to get a good offensive drive started. Other than the INT, the pick six, and the interception that was that Norbert picked off out of that slam into that collision between the Jal and the Tularosa player, the ball popped up and Norbert was able to get that and run it. Other than that was a pick six INT. That was the defense, work right there. It wasn't necessarily offense. So not to just relentlessly pick on Jal's offense, but other than that, those are the only points on the board for the Panthers tonight. And Tularosa has just had their number. They have been running through the offensive line and interrupting plays and just nailing anybody who the running game. They're just stopping our running game. And the passing game has been, a little tough because it seems like the quarterback is just not quite connecting with any of the receivers. Not quite. Now we've had some we've had completions and some forward yardage, but not enough. We haven't had enough momentum, not enough consistent, first downs to keep a drive going to really, Jal's only really gotten really close to the end zone once, and really threatened before turning the ball over. So it's been tough going. It's been really tough going. Tularosa's offense doing a good job, but their defense is doing a good job. Jal's defense did a really nice job, played hard, stopped Tularosa. Kept the score at 6-0 for about a quarter and a half. And then the last half of that second quarter, as you said, Tularosa just started coming across the line, breaking down the plays. Jal was just looking tired and looking frustrated and just not able to fight back.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And as you mentioned that we were knocking on the door, Jal was just this close to scoring, and then that fumble happened where Andre Rodriguez just kind of got slammed on, and the ball just kind of rolled out of his hands. That could have been a score there. But offensive line, man, is just getting, how do I say this, like kind of demolished on the inside. Tularosa coming off a lot faster than us off the ball. They have been getting kind of, I don't know how you want to say this, guessing our snaps kind of. Yeah. Like we snap the ball, they're there, and they're pushing the ball inside immediately. And also you have a new starting right tackle, so that can be a big difference here tonight because you're not used to getting those kind of blocks thrown for you. Yeah. But, our passing offense is kind of starting to get going. But then, we start doing the passing, and then we start trying to run, and then it kind of loses our momentum. Yep. But Jal left us off with a good play to start or to end the the first half. So we'll see how that plans out here in this second half to play.
Tularosa has really, their defensive line has been reading our offense and just getting there almost before it's like they're in our huddles. And they're just reading the play, and they're getting there almost faster than our own guys are, right? Way faster, So, again, Jal's going to have to make some adjustments, and I'm sure that there was a lot of talking going on in that Jal locker room at halftime, right? Yeah. And we'll see if they come out and have their little rest, a little fresher, maybe. They don't need to get down because, as we mentioned, they don't want to get too discouraged. They're down only by 2 touchdowns.
And you have a lot of football to play.
And those 2 touchdowns, Tularosa scored 2 touchdowns within just about 2 minutes. Not 2 real-time minutes, but 2 minutes on the play clock. And so just within a couple of 3 minutes, Tularosa was able to stretch it out and by 20-6 against Jal. So that happened quickly. Jal could turn things around just as quickly on Tularosa. I mean, they're a talented team. They're number 4. Tularosa ranked 5th, and Jal's ranked that well for a reason. But we'll see what kind of adjustments they make at halftime and how they come out and play this and how they start the second half is going to be important. As you said, now Tularosa is actually going to have the ball first coming out of halftime.
Because Jal received the first ball, so Tularosa had the first first crack at getting another score here on Jal. But Jal wants to stay strong, keep their heads strong, and kind of butt some heads here and hopefully stop them on this opening drive to start the second half. And after that, we will be back to start the third quarter, and we'll play a little bit of commercials from Woolworth Library and so forth and so on.
Yep.
The Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
Iron Horse Sports Grill is now open. Burgers, wings, steaks, salads, pastas, oysters, and so much more. Check out their full online menu on Facebook under Iron Horse Sports Grill. There's so much to choose from. Iron Horse Sports Grill is open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For takeout orders, just call 575-395-2109. That's 575-395-2109. Iron Horse Sports Grill, a taste you'll remember. 204 East Kansas Avenue in Jal. The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
Kayla and Emmy Lujan from Panther Energy are excited for their Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one-stop shop for backhoes, dump trucks, roustabouts, and welding. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
Congratulations, students and student athletes.
There we go. Okay, so here we come back onto this. I just want to go ahead and show y'all how dominant Tularosa defense has been. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 carries only for Jal tonight.
Wow.
And those carries have only went for 52 yards. So Tularosa's defense has been smacking us in the mouth. Is pretty much how I'm going to say it tonight, because Tularosa has been getting in there quick and hitting us before we could even touch the ball. So Tularosa coming in strong, coming in fast, and coming in to play, coming in ready and motivated, wanting to go move on to that second round and one step closer to the state championship.
Right, but there's half this football game to play, and Jal's no slouch. So we're going to see what kind of adjustments they've made, how they come out. They're coming out in the big Panther, of course, with the show lights flashing and the big victory.
Not paying the bills.
Yeah, that's right. And I'm going to move the camera over a little bit to center field.
That's what I tried to do that, but I couldn't figure out exactly where center field was.
Yeah, and just a quick note that TJ Miracle texted a few minutes ago that the score in the Hobbs game was 7-0 in the first quarter. That's been a while. I'm asking for an update on that, but at least Hobbs was up 7-0 over the 9th-ranked Clovis team. Hobbs ranked seeded 8th in the playoffs, so Hobbs over Clovis so far, but there's a lot of football left to play in that game as well at Watson Memorial Stadium. Let's see if this is an update. 8-0. Oh, okay. So actually, they said that was a screw up on the score bug. So second quarter, and Hobbs it's not 7-0, it's 8-0. So.
Okay.
All right, so close game there. Again, a real defensive tug of war going on there.
Obviously,
this game was 6-0 until the middle of the second quarter. So we'll see what happens here to start the third one, as Tularosa will have the ball. And with the call, of course, Adam's got that. I'm Dawn Morgan, and we're bringing you Jal playoff football on Jal Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com from Panther Field.
So I can see down there, that looks like Coach Jimmy's giving him a good old chewing that you will see some of that, and we'll see if that's going to motivate them a little bit. We'll see if that's going to motivate the offense and probably the defense keep pushing. I want to touch on a little bit of something that Jockson likes to say. He's always telling me about how Jal's a small team, and I've never really kind of not understood it, but I've never really took deep thought in it. Now tonight I'm seeing what he's meaning by that, because Jal is looking tired. They were looking like dead before this second quarter, second half. So hopefully that rejuvenated them.
They're a much smaller team, and not just physically in size. They have some big boys, but small in terms of their roster. Yeah. And that means when you've got a limited roster, you've got a lot of players who are so-called two-way players of playing offense and defense, and that wears you down really fast. It brings into conditioning becomes a big factor, And you go up against a team that's much deeper in the roster. I mean, Tularosa's got 3 times as many players on the roster. They probably have very few two-way players. They're able to get fresher legs. They are a physically bigger team than Jal. So that's kind of why you're seeing some of the dominance of Tularosa over Jal, both, offensively, less so defensively. But the defense for Jal did start looking tired halfway through that second quarter. So let's see what the rest at halftime and the words that they got, inspirational words from the coaches that they see. It's kickoff time, Adam.
And let's hope those inspirational speeches worked, because here comes Daniel Ornelas to kick the ball away off to number 1 Mathis here, trying to go out left side, find some running room. Zayden Lujan misses the tackle. Big block thrown for Tularosa. Now Tularosa going to start with wonderful field position, starting at the 42-yard line of their own. So good decision there to take the ball and run it as far as he could, run it as fast as he can. He was chopping on that play.
He was.
A lot of missed tackles there came from Jal. We need to clean that up just a little bit, but hopefully we'll see them clean it up as much as they can.
Yeah, it's going to be up to the defense, where they're going to get their first test here as Tularosa's got the ball to start this second half of play.
I had a sneeze there. And first play of the game, first play of the second half, Jal, that was Brandon Houston that's going to jump off sides and give Jal another penalty.
And we didn't talk about this in the halftime score, Adam, but Jal had a lot of penalties in that first half. They really did. That's something they're going to have to clean up as well. And starting off is not a good omen here.
They had way too many, I would say. But first play of the game, Jesus Carrion gets in there and punishes the Tularosa offense there and gets them back for a loss of 3.
Yeah, I think Jesus probably got really fired up at halftime and decided he's mad as heck and not going to take it anymore. And he jumped out.
Take it.
He jumped out, made a nice play right there.
So we got an update on the Hobbs game. Hobbs 15, Clovis 0 in the second quarter.
All right, excellent. Yep, I just got the same.
That must be Eve's number.
The Evie, yeah, she's giving us. So thanks to Evie back at One Radio Square, monitoring audio, video, and giving us updates on the scores.
So there's the throw over that was intended for number 44. I gotta flip my paper here.
Yeah, exactly.
44, Anthony Paz. That was intended for him. Ball way overthrown for him though. So 3rd and 7 coming up. Come on, Adam, update the score, Buck. 3rd down. 3rd and 7 now coming up. I'm very bad at this. Whenever I get on a roll, I forget to update my score, Bug.
Lovington defense doing a nice job here. If they can force it over on downs or maybe force them to cough up the football.
So there's a snap. Salazar looking for someone to go. Going to try to throw up to number 1, and it's caught. So now 1st down and 10 coming up here.
And just like that, all that hard work, on the first 3 plays. And now 1st down for Tularosa anyway. It's that kind of thing that when you're a defensive person, you can't let that get in your head. Mm-hmm. You just got to continue to really push and fight. Exactly.
So now here comes Salazar once again trying to get the same thing going. But that last one was a pretty nice throw. Had a lot of time back in the backfield. No blitz coming from Jal. So now here comes Salazar again. Hands it off to number 10. Jal's trying to stop him. Very short, and they do. Only gets a gain of about 2. So going to bring up a 2nd and 8 now here coming up.
Yeah, a couple of good tackles are right there again. One of them looks like Carrion again. And the other, I didn't catch the number before he got back, drifted back to the backfield.
Yeah, I couldn't see him either.
Carrion was in on it, and maybe 58. Could have been.
Oh, yeah, Cash Taylor.
Cash Taylor. There you go.
So now it's an empty backfield coming up for Salazar. It looks like a Hail Mary here coming up. 4 verticals. I learned that from
back
Adam.
in the shotgun.
So there's a snap coming up. Looking for someone to go. Going to try to throw over the middle. Number 44, Paz now. Dropped the ball out of his hands. Kind of a little bit of a bobble there. So now 3rd down and 8 coming up here.
Oh, yeah. There was a little bit of pressure put on there defensively by our number 3, which is Rodriguez.
Me over here tapping my foot because I'm getting a little nervous.
Well, Tularosa is marching down the field, and they're at the 43-yard line now. 3rd and 8.
Mm-hmm. I want to see how much that speech helped the offense. So here comes Salazar now. Drops back, way back to pass. That's
good
number
pressure.
29, Hayden Green, getting pressure on him. Trying to throw across his body and almost picked off by 16 Sebastian. That is almost 3rd pick there.
Yeah.
But He's been playing very good defense tonight on this Tularosa offense.
And Jal going and looked like headed for a sack on the quarterback, but slipped. The turf monster got him, slipped down, and not able, to continue to pursue. But even that kind of pressure that was being put on him caused the quarterback to maybe just not be quite as accurate with that throw as he might have been. So good pressure, good defensive pressure, whether it ended up with a sack or not, still
Very good pressure for Jal, and here comes Salazar way back to punt. I believe he's probably like, Jal's going to get to me here because Jal has a lot of block punts on the year. So here comes a long snap. Here comes Jal. That's Hayden Green trying to block the punt, and it's a little bit of a spinner, going to bounce good for Tularosa, and it's going to be pinned down at the 5-yard line.
Ooh, ouch. As really that came down around the 20-yard line, and it took a huge Tularosa bounce.
So he might have not got it too far, but that bounce definitely is helping them every time they punt the ball. So if you're Jal, maybe you just want to fair catch that one and stand right under it every time from now on.
Jal going to be pinned back, always dangerous. Quarterback's basically going to take a snap and be throwing from his end zone.
And Tularosa has been destroying our O-line for Jal.
They need to just get some positive yard quick and get out of the shadow of their own end zone here.
So here comes, that was Arroyo coming off the field now. And here comes Jal. Here's a snap going. Going to try to do a speed option. Nobody's going to try to keep himself, run up the middle. Gets a gain of 2 there. Maybe only 1. I think it was only 1.
Let's see what they give. If they give him forward progress before he started getting pushed back, we'll see where they spot it. They're going to spot it on the 6. So he
9.
Yep, he does get 2 yards.
2 yards, so 2nd and 8. Let's go ahead and erase this then. No, that's a pin. You can't erase it.
Hey, two's better than staying at your scrimmage or getting knocked back. So
exactly.
We'll take the 2 and hope for more on this one.
Maybe just get 2 yards each, and on 3rd down, just boom.
If you can get 3 yards, you can keep it for first down going. 2 yards, you're going to come up with short.
Yeah. So here's a pass back to Andre now. Andre got hit early.
Ooh,
so every time they pitch it back to
back.
Andre tonight, that O-line is not holding up for him, and they're just hitting him.
Tularosa is really keying in on him as well. They're expecting for him to get that ball maybe more often than he's getting it, and certainly when he does, they are just right there.
So
I think they're going through the left side of our line, or actually the left, as they're looking at it, the right side of our line.
So it is
a little quicker.
Our right tackle that they're coming after.
Yeah.
That is the new one in there. So here comes 3rd down and long. We'll see what Josh has to put together here. Here comes the snap for Cervantes. Drops back, looks to throw. Has nowhere to go, so trying to roll out left. Now trying to throw across his body. No, going to try to keep it himself. Gets a block thrown for him. He finds some running room, and now he's going to lay a hit on somebody to go a little farther.
Oh, and I think they're going to maybe call Tularosa that second. Well, no, maybe they're just let's see. I think they're going to call. It wasn't necessary for their number 2 to hit him twice. He was out. He had already hit him once, and he was in the on the sideline. So let's see what happens and who they call that on. But it did look like that second hit was maybe late and unnecessary, but we'll see.
So that was a good way of nobody to get out of the pocket there, and I believe that's going to tack on a lot of extra yards for us.
If it's a personal foul, it should be a first down, yeah. But we'll see. Oh, no, they're marching. It looks like it may be on Jal because they're going back.
Oh, no.
Well, there's a lot of talking going on.
But I don't know. That kind of hit on over was like a little helmet to helmet.
Let's see. And if there's a call on Tularosa, I mean, it might be, or if there's a call on Jal, it might be offsetting. We'll have to see. They're certainly taking a long time to talk about it and decide what to do.
Because the flag was over here. The flag was not even back there.
Yeah, the flag was over here where the tackle was made, where he ran out of bounds.
So Tularosa looking frustrated too, though. So maybe they heard something. Obviously, we can't hear.
Right.
We need to mic up the refs. I don't know what they're talking about here.
I don't know. It's interesting. Now Tularosa is clapping like it's going to be against Jal, but let's see. Holding on Jal.
Holding on Jal.
And then safety. Okay. Huh.
So that was
All right.
Christopher Baxter that got
So-
called for holding there.
And now they're explaining it to Jal's coach.
Mm-hmm.
He's listening. He's probably not happy.
So they can't move yet, though.
So they have put the 2 points for the safety on the board, and it looks like it is 22-6. Well, 2 points is not as bad as having a touchdown on you and getting
not,
6, 7, or 8 points against you. But still, you don't want to have to give up points
Yeah,
in
exactly.
any case, you know. When you're down that much, when you're down by 14, 2 points makes it
16. And
exactly,
out
and
of
that
reach
makes
for
it you
two.
got to have two. It's a 2-possession game if you can make your 2-point conversion on each one. So that could be an important 2 points right there when all is said and done. Jal's going to have to work harder and try to get. They're just going to have to try to get one of those touchdowns back as quickly as they can.
So here comes Jal to kick the ball away. After the safety called on Jal.
Right.
Coach Jal's talking it over with their Whitecap official again.
Jal again looking a little dejected. These guys, I know it's hard to feel. It's hard to keep fighting in the face of everything that's been going on. But still, I mean, it's a 2-possession game. So if you can try to get, and they've got 2.5, they've got a quarter and a half to work with here. There's 8:27 left in this third quarter. It's third and
So 65 penalty yards for Jal. That's almost the whole field.
yeah, they've definitely made things a little tougher for themselves with all the penalties.
Mm-hmm.
But there's still a lot of time to play, and if they can get fired back up, they can hold Tularosa off on this possession, try to get the ball back, try to get in the end zone, try to get some points back on the board. That's going to be important for them psychologically as well as on the scoreboard. We'll see. Taking a lot of time here.
So we'll see what's going to happen here on this defensive drive. On this offensive drive for Tularosa, we definitely don't want to let them point any more points on the board, but Jal just cannot get their offense going tonight. All these penalties are hurting them.
They have.
So there's the hard kick out to number 1, Mathis. And now he's going to try to go out to the left side. Jal's containing him here. He has nowhere to go. And going backwards now, finally whipping up the middle, gets back to where he would have been if he would have just took a fair catch call.
Uh-oh, and we have a Panther down on the play. Let's see if he pops back up. Number 88, yeah, he's going to be okay. He's limping just a little bit.
So a new set of downs coming up for Tularosa. First down and 10. Another pick 6, hopefully.
Right, and he is.
You want, if you're a Jal fan here.
So David Gayton limping just a little bit as he comes toward the sideline. Got knocked down on that play. Maybe twisted an ankle just a little bit. Looks like he's going to hop up on the trainer's table, maybe take his shoe off, take a look at that.
Against Eunice, yeah, he tweaked his ankle a little bit, and he was out for a game. So maybe that's another injury that's kind of creeping back up on him.
Well, let's hope he's okay. Maybe he can just get that wrapped up and get back in the game.
Yep. So now here comes a snap for, that is Salazar. Salazar's going to try to throw over the middle to Paz. Paz is going to catch that one and driven down at around the 36-yard line. So give him now a second down and 1 coming up.
A good stop, though. A good stop by Jal defense. As soon as he caught the ball, he got nailed and taken down.
Boom, 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 bada boom. So there's a snap going up to number 10. Number 10 is going to go up and get a first down. They are moving the ball nicely here. So now first down and 10 coming up for Tularosa.
Yeah, he had a good tackle put on him that opened up just a little bit of a seam, and he really spurted through quickly and was able to get a few yards on that.
So now here comes Tularosa back onto the field. That is Salazar putting number 10 in motion. Here comes the snap. Salazar look for someone to go. Going to give a little swing out to the number 10. Now here comes Zayden trying to make a tackle. Stiff-armed Zayden there. And now breaks another tackle off of Kobe. Another one off of Ito. And it's going to take like 6 Panthers to bring him down.
Exactly. I mean, they started trying to tackle him about 3 or 4 yards. He was able to spin out of one and to keep going for a few more yards. Still, that was more of a lateral pass, just barely forward enough to not be illegal. And And so that kept the gain from being more than it was.
Exactly. So now 2nd down and 7 coming up. Here comes the draw back, looking for somewhere to go.
Oh, it gets nailed by Carillon. Yeah.
Flag is taken for a sack, but there is a penalty flag.
Yep.
We have holding called against the Wildcats.
So holding, hopefully, against the Cats.
Yep, and a nice play. Jesus Carillon coming across immediately and just going for the jugular there. I would not want him coming at me. No way. And would not want him. Exactly. Whew.
Let's see. Who are they going to call this on, though? Because they're still talking.
It's, saying it was holding on Tularosa, so let's see. So could be
holding
going to mark it off
against the offense.
Holding is called against the Wildcats.
Yep.
That penalty is declined.
So now 3rd down
So they're just going to take the result of the play. And that sack stands. By declining the penalty, the sack, Carillon still gets credit for the sack, so that's nice.
Oh, here comes the play again for Salazar. Drops back, looking for somewhere to go. Going to try to run a little screen pass. Find some running room. Nobert's going to try to take the angle at him, and he's going to get a 1st down and not brought down. So now let's see 1st down coming up for Tularosa. Good little screen pass there.
Yep, and with nobody on him, Jal got completely fooled by that, and he had lots of room in front of him to run as Jal was busy with Tularosa's line doing their job.
So here comes 1st down and goal at the 10-yard line. Tularosa still up 22-6 with 6 minutes and 40 seconds left to play. Here comes the snap. Salazar looking for someone to go. Going to go to number 7 over the top, and he looks like he's going to break in for a Wildcat touchdown.
Salazar's pass to number 7 complete for a
So now let's see 6 on the board. That's 28-6 for Jal. And Tularosa, I guess you would say.
So Tularosa really stretching things out, making it harder and harder for Jal to be able to come back, but not impossible, as we've still got 6:36 left to play in this 3rd quarter. And if it's just been tough for Jal to really mount offense and keep it going in this game. Tularosa has definitely had a lot more offensive time on the field. Their possession time is way up more than Jal's, and that really says a lot. You can see that on the clock. You can see that on the scoreboard on the clock.
Exactly. So number 5, Fabian Pacheco now coming out for the Wildcats on an injury.
Yeah, and I was keeping the camera away from that on purpose. We don't show when players are down on the field. We don't show that. But we're always happy when they get back up and are able to come off on their own steam, but sometimes they're helped by the trainers and the other staff, so.
Here comes the Jal defense to try to prevent the 2-point here. That's Salazar going to be back to try to punch it in for Tularosa.
And Tularosa will be going for the 2-point conversion.
There's a snap. Tularosa looking back to pass, going to try to throw over. Ito's going to pick it off there. And now tackled by number 7.
Nice job by Ito. Good close coverage, clean coverage on that as well. So.
But now Jal needs 3 to even get back up to a tie in this game.
That's right. They're down 28-6, and we'll be back after a word from our sponsors with more Jal football right here on Jal Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
Energy efficient LED bulb, one that uses up to 90% less energy than a regular old incandescent bulb and saves you more than $55 over its lifetime. You just saved energy and money and did the environment a solid. What's next? Organizing the pantry? It's suddenly so well lit. Find our LED discounts at excelergy.com/lighting deals. Excel Energy.
Lasco Construction is a proud partner in education in Lee County. Lasco Construction is your hometown construction company. Lasco Construction encourages you and business owners to support Tatum, Jal, Lovington, Eunice, and Hobbs businesses. Buy as much as you can locally, which is why Lasco Construction always supports the youth of Lee County. Lasco Construction supports you. Call 393-9161 for all your construction needs. Support.
So here we come now back after that kickoff. That was Andre Rodriguez going up and out to the side and hit out of bounds. So now first down coming up for Jal, hoping to get some scoring drive up here for their offense.
Yeah, Jal's got to get their offense rolling here if they can. Hey, just a quick update on the score. Hobbs 22, Clovis 7 in the second quarter in that game at Watson Memorial Stadium. That is the first round of the 6A football playoffs.
Wow. That is a big school.
Yeah.
And to be up 22-7 is pretty amazing.
Yeah, that's a nice lead. Again, it looks like Hobbs is dominating Clovis a little bit like Tularosa is over Jal right now, but Jal can come back.
So here comes Nober dropping back to pass, trying to find somewhere to go. Gets a little juke move, gets a block thrown for him. Now he's going to try to scramble himself. Finally gets out of bounds at around the 43, call it the 44-yard line. Going to give him now a gain of, oh no, ball's marked way above where they originally marked it.
Right.
So he's going to be at the 49 now. Give him 7 on the gain.
A nice run. I don't think it was designed as a keeper. It was a broken play, but he took what was he took what he could, and he made a nice little spin move and got out of what would have been a tackle for a nice gain. So good run, and one of the biggest gains for the Jal offense so far in this game.
And also, if you notice, all these broken plays have been going amazing for Jal. So here comes the snap now. Looking to throw. Going to try to go to Daniel Ornelas. And ball was almost picked off there by Tularosa's player there. That was, I can't see the number, but
yeah, a little tough.
Number 5. And he's going to look like injured again. So now he's going to, for reals, come out of the game.
Yep, he's definitely, he's limping bad on that.
So that was the first injury.
Headed to the sideline. So we hope he's okay.
So second injury coming for Pacheco now. Hopefully he can stay healthy and get back into this game for Tularosa.
And I think Jal's defense is both the offense and the defense are getting frustrated enough. They're being very, very physical. As long as it's clean, it's not a problem. But it's time that they gave Tularosa some fits. We don't want anybody injured, but we want for Jal to hit them hard, hit them clean.
So here comes a snap to Nober, dropping back the pass, looking for somewhere to go. Going to try to throw over the middle to Zayden, but pass interference.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So it looks like number 44 kind of came up way too early and just smacked him before he even got a chance to make a play on the ball.
Yeah, I think we're in agreement that it's probably going to be pass interference, defensive pass interference, and that should give some good yardage. Yep, it's going to be
a lot of yards.
Oh,
15? Yeah, 15 yards coming up now.
Nice. So automatic first down for Jal. The Panthers knocking on the door of they got about 20 yards to go before they get to the red zone, but
so now first down coming up for Jal. Here comes the snap for Jal. That's Nober going to look like he's going to try to run the speed option, keeps it himself, goes up to the middle and finds a lot of running room, giving a good push from Jal's offensive lineman now, and goes up for another gain of 7.
Yeah, very tough to pull down. Looked like a rugby scrum there. Finally stopping him, but good.
So Nober has a lot of stuff going right now.
It's looking like Jal's offense is just finally they're frustrated and they're putting that energy into the game, and they're making getting momentum and making gains. Of course, the Tularosa may be letting up just a little bit because of that big lead on the scoreboard, but you don't want to take Jal too lightly.
So now here comes a snap to Nober. He's looking for somewhere to go. Going to try to roll out left. Just try to throw it out of nowhere, and looks like you might have seen another pass interference there. Kind of hit him before he had a chance to make a play on the ball there, but nothing gone. So third down and 3 coming up for the Jal Panther offense.
That's dangerous. It was almost picked off by Aiden Reed, number 23 of Tularosa there, but luckily not. Just incomplete. And Jal's got another chance to fix it and move forward.
Here comes Lujan again. Back to play the ball. Here it comes now. Here comes the snap for Jal. So now here comes the snap. There's a snap. Drop back is Nober, looking for somewhere to go. Offensive line holding up now. And ball was picked off by number 1, Salazar. Running out way to the left side. Finds a lot of running room now. Big block stone for Salazar and gets a good pick back. Almost
And that's unfortunate.
Very unfortunate there for Jal. So 1st and 10 coming up for Tularosa with 5 minutes left to play in the third quarter.
Yeah, second interception, turning the ball over, and you can't score points when you turn the ball over to the other team. So that's, again, tough because Jal's offense was finally, getting some momentum, making forward progress. Yeah, they got helped by a Tularosa penalty, but still, it is it's tough to have to turn that over, to see that turned over at this point. But maybe Jal's defense can work on shaking it back loose and having Tularosa cough it back up. We'll see.
Exactly. So now here comes Tularosa offense. Josh back to pass, going to run a little screen and reception again. And he's going to catch it this time. That's number 10. Finds some room, gives a stiff arm to Ito, stays in bounds, and still up and running now, and goes up to the 44-yard line. Good play there.
And I think Jal is arguing a little bit that he might have stepped out, but there was no whistle. The ref was following him, and there was no whistle called. It did look up here like maybe one of his feet got out of bounds.
Looked like he danced a little bit, though.
Yeah.
Maybe helped him stay in bounds.
And it looked like maybe he thought he paused just a little bit. I think maybe even he thought he had stepped out of bounds. But he didn't hear a whistle, so he kept on going. And we do. It's a cramp. Don't know what it is, but we've got a Tularosa coach coming over, and he's checking his calf. It may be a cramp, and let's hope that's all it is, because that's easier, to get relief from that. Yep, he's up, and he's walking.
He's up and he's walking. That's a good sign.
Yeah, I think it was a cramp in the calf, and that could be. I mean, that's painful, especially when you're out there and it cramps up on you like that. That's agony.
Exactly.
But now he's running off, so we're good. We're good to go, and we'll get back to play here. 28-6 is your score. Tularosa leading with just under 5 minutes left to play in this third quarter.
So now here comes Texaco. Tularosa's offense back onto the field, and hoping to make something happen on this first down and 10, leading 28-6 with 4 minutes and 40 seconds left on the clock. Here comes Salazar. So now, here comes the snap for Tularosa. Josh Back's going to run another a screen, and he finds some room, breaks off, and up to the house, and scores another touchdown for Texaco. Tularosa.
There you go. They both start with a T.
Yep, they do. So 34-6 now. Tularosa's up big with 4 minutes left. Can that maybe put this one out of reach for Joe?
It's going to get tougher and tougher with every one of these scores, right? Because now it's 34-6, and you're looking at less time on the clock. You're looking at just 4 minutes left in the third quarter and all of the fourth quarter. Jal should not give up. They should keep fighting because, stranger things have happened. You catch fire and manage to get some offensive rhythm going, cough up the ball, get an INT. I mean, a lot of things can happen. But but Jal's running out of time. They're going to have to start making it happen soon because they're running out of time. Yep.
Going to have a couple turnovers in there, definitely.
And they're going to have some help. Tularosa's going to have to cough it up, get some penalties.
And that was Mathis running into the end zone to complete the 2-point conversion. It goes up 36-6 now, down by 30 points here. We'll go into a timeout from Nana's Cafe.
When you want an old-fashioned meal that hits the spot every time, you have to try Nana's Cafe in Jal. Nana's Cafe is known for their delicious home-cooked meals. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, you'll never be disappointed. Call 395-2132. That's 395-2132. Nana's Cafe, 301 South Main Street in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community and Jal athletics. Everyone from Nana's Cafe is cheering you on all the way. Jal Panthers. IPS Incorporated is a proud member of this community. IPS is the turnkey solution in the oil patch. One call to IPS for your upstream and midstream solutions, comprising of dirt work, electrical, pumping, and crane service, plus your automation and control, is all handled with one call. One call for every aspect of your oil and gas project. Google IPS Hobbs or simply call 393-1417. IPS, the turnkey one-call oil and gas company.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers.
Get back. There you go.
So here we go, back onto the air. That block was thrown now for number 35, Kobe Roberson, which helped Jal get a little bit more yardage on it. That was number 12, Nober Cervantes, that carried it. So now here comes Panther offense back onto the field, trying to make something happen with right now. They haven't made anything happen with 36-6. No points have been scored by the offense. Only one pick six for Nober Cervantes, which scored 6 on the board and then missed the 2 points. So that's what led to not any more points on the board. So first down coming up for Jal on the third quarter of this game. 44 minutes and 25 seconds left on the clock.
And sorry, I stepped away from the camera just to do some personal stuff there and missed a little bit of that kickoff. Didn't follow that as well as I should have, but we're back.
So there's the pass now going for Cervantes. He's going to try to get out to Ito. Way overthrown. Mathis almost caught that one. So now good coverage there by Tularosa. So now Jal is going to face a second down and 10. See, right now they're just kind of going for long bombs. They're not really drawing up any plays for the pass game. They're just going for a long throw, which is probably not the best option here.
Well, you know, he's thrown a couple of interceptions, but what Jal is doing, they know they're running out of time. They're just trying to score as quickly as they can. They're just doing whatever they can to try to get down the field in a hurry and get points on the board, because they know they've got a lot of catching up to do if they can.
A lot of ground to make up here for Jal. So here comes a snap for Nobert again. He's going to drop back, nowhere to go, and he's going to be sacked in the backfield.
Oh, yeah.
For a big loss. So now that's way out now for Jal. Third down coming up, 3rd and 15. 3rd and way more than 15, maybe. Maybe 3rd and 18 for Jal coming up. I got to make sure I go up on here. So 3rd and 18 is going to be a big conversion for Jal if they can get it with only 3 minutes and 50 seconds left to play. Not looking good here for Jal.
Well, in the third quarter at least. So.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. They do have another quarter to work with, but it's going to be
a dogfight.
It's definitely, yeah.
So here comes the drop back to pass. Looking for someone to go. Going to try to throw a slant route. Almost picked off by 44 Paz, but it looked like it was dropped. The interception was dropped, so it's going to bring up a 4th down and 18. I believe we're just going to punt the ball here. I mean, if you go for it, why not go for it here, you know? And what else can you do?
Well, they give up really good field, field position to Tularosa if they don't at least punt it away and try to pin them back 20, 30, 40 yards downfield if they can. And of course, clock is running real time, regular time right now, but
punt was short and received by number 2 Salazar, trying to go somewhere. Not very many places he can go. Finally slides down himself.
Yeah, and that's pretty good, as the Panthers, by punting, they're going to spot that right at the 40 or near it. So
not too bad of a punt.
Yeah.
So now here comes Jal back out. Jal's defense.
Jal really needs to try to guard against another Tularosa score here, because that would put it into mercy rule time, and put it into running clock. They've got to get up 35 points or more ahead of Jal to do that. But
so one touchdown will put them into mercy rule territory.
Yeah, it's 30. They're down 30 points right now.
So here comes the snap. Gonna get it off to Paz. Now Paz trying to find some room. Breaks a couple tackles. Breaks back up the middle and gets a good truck there for him. And finally brought down by number 12, Jacob. Almost said Jacob. Number 12, Nober Cervantes. So 1st and 10 coming up for the Wildcats again on the third quarter with 3 minutes left to play in it. So almost running clock here. Tularosa's kind of in range to score here. Every time they've been within the 50-yard line, they scored. So
they've got a lot of size and speed, and they've been using it to their advantage over Jal all game long.
So here comes a snap. Look for someone to go. Almost picked off there by Ito, but the ball was way thrown out of bounds. 16. No, that was Sebastian on the stop there. So now here comes 2nd and 10 for Tularosa. So again, I want to add that last time these teams met, it was a 38-39 hard-fought victory for Jal, and now tonight that's just not the case with a 36-6 game.
Yeah, with Tularosa in the lead, and we are now almost in the fourth quarter. We've got just under 3 minutes to play in the third.
So now here comes a handoff again to Paz. He's going to run up about 3 yards and finally get stopped. And not before he can get a 3rd down and 7 coming up for Tularosa. 9, 8,
and the clock is Tularosa's friend, as they've got they've got such a big lead. They just want to hang on to the ball, and they're wanting to eat some clock and take some time off the board. They also want to get down there and get another score to get things into mercy rule timing, because I tell you, a quarter of football, when the clock doesn't stop, it goes by very fast.
Very, very fast. And we're used to seeing that from last year, so we know quite how fast time goes.
We're just usually on the other end of that.
So there's Mathis now running out to the left side on the reception. He's going to get a lot of yards gained there.
Looked like a flag was thrown, though.
Maybe a player was shoved just a bit.
It came out late and came out downfield, so we'll see what happens.
So that was number 4, Kobe Vargas, that got kind of thrown across the field there. Looked like he flew about 10 yards before he finally hit the ground. So now let's see what happens. Clock has been stopped. And the penalty is not moving nothing yet. But is it going to move the chains up or down? Or forward or backward? So it's going to move it backward. A lot of yards.
Against Tularosa.
But still, they're going to give them a 1st down no matter what. Even after the penalty, bring them back. So 1st down and 10 coming up for Tularosa. Just not as good as field position as they wish to have. So now 1st down coming up for them on a 6-36 game here in favor of Tularosa with just above 2 minutes left. Here comes the snap now, goes to Salazar. Salazar now gives it off to Paz. Paz tries running up just the middle just a little bit and finally stopped. 2nd down and 8 coming up for Tularosa.
2-yard gain, 2nd and 8 for the Wildcats.
So 2nd and 8.
Looked like maybe there were just a little something said between a couple of the players down there.
Which that's probably was because Jal's definitely frustrated.
A lot of frustration, I'm sure, Jal's part. This game just has not gone the way that they wanted to or thought it would.
So here comes Salazar now, rolling out left and finds some room. Finally pushed out of bounds on a gain of 1. So a 3rd and 8, 3rd and 7 coming up for Tularosa. Especially being state champs, this one's got to sting just a little bit. Not used to being the team that came in and got hit in the mouth right away. And tonight, they were the team that came out and got hit in the mouth right away.
And they've just kept getting punched, you know. They got punched early and the hits have just kept coming.
Tough. It's like they're knocked out and they're just still
tough to get up
from.
On them. Really tough, yeah.
So ball's got thrown at 22 now, and it's going to go in for a Tularosa. No, ball's going to be sparked at the 1 yard line.
Yeah, it's about half a yard.
So still new downs no matter what.
Right.
Probably inches. It's probably like right on the inch of the
it's not far from the nose of the ball.
I would say the tip, the nose of the ball is definitely almost right on the white yard line. So running the clock here, 1 minute and 30 seconds left. We'll see what Salazar tries to do. So now we'll see Salazar's doing a bunch of stuff in the backfield right now. Here comes Salazar getting on the ball. He's going to try to push it in. Salazar breaks out right side and gets some running room. Big block thrown by number 7 there on Vargas.
Number 2, Salazar is taken out of bounds.
Wow.
Penalty flag.
So penalty flag here.
Came out late. Let's see what happens.
There's also a Panther down over there.
Little Carillon, was it Carillon? Just a little slow to get up, but he's
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, looks like he's all right, which is good. We need him.
Definitely.
We need every one of our players. As we talked about, a short roster means everybody is that much more valuable.
And that much more tired.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
So we'll see what the flag's going to get called on here. They picked it up. Let's see. I don't know what that call
mark
was.
it off. It's against Tularosa. Tularosa's moving back.
So bring them back a couple. Bring them back a couple yards. We'll see what happens.
Looks like a personal foul called against the Wildcats.
And things had gotten a little chippy, so something may have been said.
So first down and 15.
15-yard line.
So 15 to go here to score the touchdown. Putting number 11 in motion. Now here comes a snap to number 2, Salazar. Looks back to throw. The route was foreseen before the receiver got there, so second down and 15.
Looks like he was throwing a straight route or he's throwing a curl route, and instead the Tularosa, the intended receiver, went straight.
Yeah, just went a little bit too far straight.
Just a little miscommunication about what the route was going to be.
So 48 seconds left. The clock has been stopped. Not running clock yet. Tularosa has to score a point here for that to happen. So here comes number 2, Salazar, back onto the field. We'll see what they try to run here. Definitely another pass play because he has an empty backfield. Putting number 11 in motion. Maybe a jet sweep. No, going to run a little out route to 11. Way overthrown is the ball there.
Pass intended for number 11, incomplete.
So here comes third down and 15.
Yeah, suddenly Tularosa having a little trouble connecting quarterback with the receivers here.
So we just needed that to happen just a little bit earlier.
Yeah, it would have been nice, right? Would have been a good problem for us, at least, for them to have had most of this game. Instead, they
want to do it
exactly
with 44 seconds left.
And they're up by 30, so yeah.
Which I guess that's the time that they want to do it for sure, but
and they're knocking on the door.
Throwing it over, way short of throw now.
Again.
That was Jesus Carrion putting a hit on Salazar. Salazar's a little slow to get up as well. That's kind of weird that they have the weight on the roster here for Salazar. Guessing he's probably the one who puts that on there.
Tularosa, of course, not in any hurry, as we've got just 40 seconds left before the end of the third quarter.
Want to waste as much time as they possibly can, which, I mean, it's not really wasting time, so.
No, but the longer they have it in their possession, that means less time for Jal to mount any kind of a comeback.
So
bad snap.
Bad snap. Yeah, exactly. So just going to try to get rid of the ball. And caught in the end zone for Tularosa touchdown.
Caught in the end zone for a Tularosa touchdown.
So good catch there by Mathis. He's played a big role tonight for this Tularosa team.
And that comes off of a bad snap. It was on the ground. He had to pick it up, and he still had time. When that's good offensive line coverage right there, when you have time to pick up a bad snap off of the ground and then still complete a long pass like that and get it into the end zone. So just nothing going Jal's way in this game.
Nothing at all. It's never what you want to see, especially in a state playoff game like this.
Right. A lot on the line. These guys know it, so they've got to be frustrated and disappointed. But we've got a whole quarter of game left to play. They can still come back for pride and try to put some points on the board here.
So now here comes number 2. He's going to go for a 2-point conversion. Throws out deep to 22. Way throw was out of bounds. So now no good on the 2-point conversion. So 42-6, we can go into some timeouts from XL Energy.
Energy efficient LED bulb. One that uses up to 90% less energy than a regular old incandescent bulb and saves you more than $55 over its lifetime. You just saved energy and money and did the environment a solid. What's next? Organizing the pantry? It's suddenly so well lit. Find our LED discounts at excelergy.com/lighting deals. Excel Energy.
Lasco Construction is a proud partner in education in Lee County. Lasco Construction is your hometown construction company. Lasco Construction.
So we misinterpreted that play now. There was a flag on it. So they're going to retry the 2-point conversion here. Here comes the snap. And snap was bobbled again and still bobbled and still loose. And now played basically just called dead at the something yard line. And 42-6, Tularosa missed it. So now we can go into some commercials from Nana's Cafe.
Fashion meal that hits the spot every time. You have to try Nana's Cafe in Jal. Nana's Cafe is known for their delicious home-cooked meals, Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, you'll never be disappointed. Call 395-2132. That's 395-2132. Nana's Cafe, 301 South Main Street in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community and Jal athletics. Everyone from Nana's Cafe is cheering you on all the way. Jal Panthers. IPS Incorporated is a proud member of this community. IPS is the turnkey solution in the oil patch. One call to IPS for your upstream and midstream solution, comprising of dirt work, electrical, pumping, and crane service, plus your automation and control, is all handled with one call. One call for every aspect of your oil and gas project. Google IPS Hobbs or simply call 393-1417. IPS, the turnkey one-call oil and gas company.
So there is number 72 to kick the ball off. That's Cervantes coming up with it, trying to run out backwards, and that did not work at all for him and brought down, oh, what the heck? That was a big flop.
Ooh.
He just kind of jumped in the air and just, I don't know if Jal even touched that guy there.
Of course, the important thing now is to realize the game. The score is 42-6. Now 36-point lead by Tularosa, and we have running clock now in this fourth quarter.
So that will basically take us into the fourth quarter.
Yep.
So
Because,
9 seconds.
Yep, just seconds to go in the third, but that's going to mean that Jal, unless Jal can get a score on the board pretty quickly and stop the running clock, that's what they're going to want to do.
Exactly.
Because otherwise they're going to that clock will go so fast that they won't know what hit them. They won't have a lot of time to mount any kind of an offense here, much of it. So
haven't had a chance really to mount any offense tonight.
That's right, and they haven't done that successfully. But if they can get a score on the board and get the clock back to where it's not running, that's what they would like to do. Get a score and then get a 1 or a 2 point conversion on that. Get it back.
So now here comes Jal offense on the field. Maybe. We might have a little bit more time before they actually come out on, but
a little timeout. Tularosa still in the huddle.
I like the song. It's stuck in my head.
Yeah.
It's like whenever you have a cricket in your head that just keeps playing the same noise over and over. Kind of just gets stuck in your head.
I think they call it an earworm.
An earworm.
An earwig or an earworm, something like that.
Well, that's what we'll call it then. This song has a worm that is attached to my ear. So here comes Jal's offense back on the field. That's Cervantes going to try to lead the Panthers to a touchdown here, hopefully. Clock is running with 12 minutes. Here comes a snap. Drops back to pass, looking for somewhere to go, has nowhere. Almost stacked in the backfield, but escaped. Now trying to roll out left on a broken play, and ball is rushed up for 4 yards, so give him 4. So 48 on the night for Cervantes.
Officially into that fourth quarter now as that break between the quarters. I call it a timeout. It's not a timeout, but it acts like one. And it gave him 60 seconds to think about things. Yeah.
60 seconds to talk it over, basically.
Yeah. And now Jal's got to do their best to just get a score on the board to stop the clock. And a score on the board will help their pride and maybe help them spark a little more offense here.
Spark a little more something, huh?
Yeah, they're down by 36 points. It's tough. But you can hear the crowd. The Jal crowd is really behind them, and they're honking and trying to trying to support them and everything.
So now here comes the snap. Looks like that was a hard count that got his own team offside. So going to bring them back 5 yards. So that's not good.
They've had way too many penalties tonight, just completely throughout this game.
Way too many.
Yeah.
That's not good at all.
So it's insult to injury, rubbing salt in the wound, and the fact that you did it yourself, and it hurts even more. Right, it stings even more.
You have 65 penalty yards tonight, and adding that one, that's going to be 70 penalty yards on the night, and that's not even counting the ones that I probably didn't even see or count.
That only knocks them back 5 yards, but still, if they can manage to at least get some first downs here and keep things rolling.
So here comes now Jal trying to put a score on the board. Here comes the snap. Running out right is Norbert Cervantes trying to find somewhere to go. Nowhere to go. Only gets about 2 yards on the play there.
He was following a blocker. He was trying to follow a blocker and find some room to get upfield, but it was too slow going, and that play took too long to develop.
Yeah.
And because it took too long to develop, that allowed Tularosa to just swarm over and to keep him from getting anywhere.
Exactly. So that clock is still running. Only 10 minutes left to play now. That clock is draining.
Yeah, it goes so fast when it's a running clock.
So now let's see what Jal can try to put up here on a 3rd down and 10. See, let me update scorebug because I'm horrible right now. So 3rd and 10 coming up. Jal's hoping to put something up there to stop running clock. Oh, timeout called. No flag thrown.
Was it delay of game or what happened? Somebody jumped? I didn't see movement. But maybe
Delay
they
of
did.
game.
Okay, yep.
So delay of game called against Jal. So that's going to bring us 5 more yards back. So clock does stop on penalties. So 3rd down and 15. Make it even longer for them to convert here. I bet Jal's kind of just stabbing themselves in the foot here. So here comes a snap to Nober now. Josh back to pass. Look for somewhere to go. Going to try to go over to number 22, Daniel Ornelas. That's only going to get him 5 yards on it, though. So 4th and 10 coming up. We'll see if they probably go for it here. I wouldn't doubt it because what's it going to hurt now? So
the ball's sitting on the 41-yard line, and I think they're looking to the sideline to see what do they want to do. They want to punt. They want to go for it. Jal's team is waiting for him.
And we have a score on the Hobbs-Clovis game. Hobbs 29, Clovis 7.
So the Eagles have managed to stretch it back out.
Exactly. And the Santa Rosa Loving game has been updating. Same score, Santa Rosa 29, Loving 7.
Wow, Santa Rosa really mauling Loving.
I bet they think the same thing whenever they get a score update from us, huh? So that pass was deflected and no good. So Tularosa will have the ball at the Jal 49-yard line. So that kind of seals the deal.
Yeah, it's not pretty. It's going to be tough.
It's not a pretty game tonight.
And you can bet Tularosa. You can bet Tularosa is probably just going to hang onto that ball as much as they can.
I'd like to introduce our 2023 Jal High School cheerleaders.
As 8 minutes left on this clock for this game, and it's going to go very quickly with running score. Tularosa with the ball, ready and set.
And Hut. Now, flag thrown. So that's going to stop the clock.
Yeah.
He was probably, wasn't called dead, though.
Flag was flown right away. I mean, they pulled it out of the pocket right after the snap. Really, play hadn't even really developed yet, so let's see what they call.
We're just waiting on it now.
Right? So, and it looks like, I thought maybe 11. It looks like 11 is just taking a little bit of rest. Thought maybe he was down, but I think he's not.
Yeah.
Must be getting a little cool on the field. I would imagine it's getting a little cool. I see some of the players really trying to stretch out, keep from getting cold cramps. Yeah, exactly. So ready for.
So there's the snap, going to hand it off to number 44, Paz. Now he breaks free, and then we just got another update on the Hobbs-Eagles game. The score now is 36-7, so that looks like the Eagles punched one in for a touchdown.
Yeah, nice. Hobbs moving on. Looks like it's a for sure thing. They're going to be moving on into the next round of the 6A.
But also
playoffs.
Only 3rd quarter, so like you said about Jal,
yeah,
Clovis
still some
can
time.
still maybe come back. I almost said hopefully, but I don't even commentate their games, so I don't know who to go for.
Eagles are seeded 8th and
Oh, wow.
Clovis 9th. And on paper, at least, you'd think that was going to be a closer game
Yeah.
with 8 versus 9, just like this is 4 versus 5.
Yeah.
But, that's why you play them.
You got to play till the whistle blows. So now here comes number 4, and he runs it up midfield. Probably gets about 3. So 3rd down coming up. 3rd down, and what are you going to call that one? 9?
Yep.
So running clock, 7 minutes left on it. Looks like Tularosa kind of assured themselves victory here, and they're kind of just chillaxing on the field, kind of trying to just probably run plays that they don't know about yet or not in the playbook yet, maybe.
They're just taking their time.
Mm-hmm.
Eating more clock that's running quickly.
So I wonder how much time they have left on the play clock, actually. So 5, 4, there's snap. Here comes Salazar looking to throw, goes over to number 7, but ball was deflected by number 4, Kobe Vargas, and now 6 minutes left to play. So just like that, Tularosa wasted a minute on the clock with 6 minutes left to go.
Yeah, when you wait really, really long, and I think they're waiting, letting that play clock run down on purpose, and that just takes even more time off. It goes by even faster.
So now officials telling us to run the clock. So we'll see. Here comes Tularosa again. Salazar just wasting time on the clock now. It's kind of sitting back, waiting for a little more clock to shed.
And of course, all this makes Jal even antsier. You know, they know the game. They know what the game they're playing. They know what they're up against here.
So here comes the rush now for Jal. Way overthrown was who was that? Number 11. That was number 11 Mendez that got way overthrown on it. So now run the clock again. 5 minutes only now. So clock is being eaten alive here. And timeout called. No possession change coming for Jal. We'll see what Jal tries to do. Maybe keep going for those long bombs because why not at this point, right?
Yeah.
Just try to see what you're gonna bring into your next season football. You know what I mean? Like, why not land off on not too bad of a note here?
Right. Yeah, they're going to want to put a score on the board, again, for pride and try to end, on a better note.
Exactly. So here comes Jal's offense now back onto the field. Jal even kind of taking their time. Looking like maybe they don't even want to, how do you say it? Accept defeat here. Here comes snap now.
Yeah, they want to keep fighting.
So now rolling out to the right is Cervantes, trying to make some room. Number 30 is running at him pretty hard. Now here comes Jal getting a gain of 9. That was Cervantes on it. So another broken play turned out good. So 59 yards on the night for Nober on 12 carries.
Takes the ball to the 49-yard line. Second one for the Panthers.
So now here comes Jal's offense back onto it. That was Zayden Lujan coming in for Sebastian Arroyo to call the play. 2nd down and 1 coming up for Jal. New set. So go ahead and we'll put that on there. Here comes the snap for Cervantes. Drops back to throw. Looking for somewhere to go. Throws it up over to Kobe Vargas, and Kobe drops it out of his arm.
Thought that was going to work.
Would have been a very good pass there. But just bobbled it was Vargas on him. So now 31 coming up with only 4 minutes left to play in the first quarter. Not what you want to see here if you're Jal, obviously.
So Jal's, the players, it's tough. It's tough to stay out there and keep fighting. They know they're looking at the clock. They're seeing their season, just wind down and in front of their eyes, and they're still out there trying to fight and stay positive and get something going.
So probably a little emotional as well, too.
Sure.
Oh, strip sack or strip fumble goes. Let's see if that's going to go for Tularosa. Nober did get stripped there, though, so I don't know. If they're going to say it's going to go to Tularosa, if they're going to say it's going to go for Jal. So Nober now hurt on the field. So go ahead and take the camera.
Yep, he's taken a little time off. Luckily, the ref actually is screening him out pretty well. Now Jal's trainer's coach going over. It looks like it definitely looks like he's in pain, and I don't know. Can't tell if.
We'll see what happens. You want to go ahead and go into a timeout?
Yeah, we might want to go ahead and just let's just play a sponsor and come back with more Jal Panther playoff football on Jal Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
Iron Horse Sports Grill is now open. Burgers, wings, steaks, salads, pastas, oysters, and so much more. Check out their full online menu on Facebook under Iron Horse Sports Grill. There's so much to choose from. Iron Horse Sports Grill is open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For takeout orders, just call 575-395-2109. That's 575-395-2109. Iron Horse Sports Grill, a taste you'll remember. 204 East Kansas Avenue in Jal.
So here we come back onto the field is Jal, and they got Norbert off the field. Looks like he was in very much of pain there, so trying to just sit this one out now for the rest of the game.
And you hate to see that this close to the end of the game. Let's hope that that's not a serious injury for him.
Especially because I know he loves basketball, and you don't want to keep him out of that
All
sport.
right. So let's hope for speedy recovery, whatever that problem is. Jal's offense back at it.
So there's a snap now going to Vargas. Vargas makes some room, breaks out to the middle, gets some running room, still going up after breaking 3 tackles.
Some laundry on the field, though. Look.
And now Christopher Baxter back here kind of getting frustrated and pushing on number 77, so that's going to bring the whole play back for Jal. So kind of a...
Wow. Yep. By the way, 2:54 left on the clock. They did stop it, of course, the injury timeout, and now the clock has stopped again.
So that play's not even going to go for Jal because of that penalty.
Right.
Kind of a selfish little penalty there.
Not much time left in this game.
So clock does definitely stop with that flag.
And the refs are talking about it. They've got their heads together out there.
So we'll see what they call here.
While we've got a minute, we definitely want to say a big thank you to all of the sponsors who allowed for the broadcasts of all of these great Jal games, all the regular season, and then this playoff game tonight does not look like it's going to end well for Jal. Looks like they're not going to move forward into the playoffs, but we certainly thank sponsors. Several of them came on board, especially for this game and for the playoffs, but we appreciate all of them and that support of Jal Athletics, and of course, we appreciate the job that you, Adam, and Jackson have done all season long here, and you've got a nice group up here. Good announcer here in the booth, yeah, and good support, technical support as well. So you guys, and great facilities, I have to say. It's nice. We're nice and cozy and warm, I can tell you. Normally I'd be down on the sidelines, and I was prepared tonight. I came to bundle up, but as technical problems did not allow for TJ Miracle to come. Otherwise, we would have had a 3-person crew here tonight. But you and Jackson have done a great job all year, and it's been nice to listen and watch and follow you guys on Jal Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
Well, thank you for that, Dawn. We try our hardest up here. And now it's kind of crazy to think that Jackson's last game was last Friday.
Yeah, that's sad that he's not here for that. But he'll move forward like you will with basketball and other sports.
So personal foul called against Jal. No, Tularosa. Oh, so they do call this one on Tularosa. So now here comes Tularosa onto the field for their defense, and Jal coming back on with their offense.
All right, so we definitely probably have, again, the frustration is showing out there, and a little bit of maybe jubilation and bragging, on Tularosa because they came into this one and they maybe were not expected by some people to move forward. So we have some.
And they beat a Jal team that's very hard to beat.
Yeah, we have some extracurricular, as they say, going on a little bit down there toward the end of this game. So just emotions leaking out on the field a little bit. And you understand that in this situation. Sure do.
So here comes Vargas now running out to the right side, finds some room, breaks off just a couple more yards. And good rush there for Kobe, so give him 15 on the night. After that rush from him. So his first 2 carries go for 15 yards. That's not too shabby here for a Kobe. 10, 15. Another first down for Jal. So here comes Jal's offense back onto the field. You can see Christian Diaz coming in for that Sebastian Arroyo, I believe. Now here comes deep, and now there's a penalty flag on the field. It's going to be called on Jal. I've seen the first ref call a false start on us. So another 5 coming up for Jal. That's 9 penalties on the night in total. And that's only the ones that I caught.
Yeah, there have been a lot of penalties. I tell you, the flags have been out an awful lot on the field. As there's been more laundry here than in my utility room in the last 3 months. So
tonight is that night that you wish they would have ran out of laundry soap. So Jal ball now coming up for a first down and 15. Clock still running with 1 minute and 30 seconds left on it. Going to go to Rodriguez, going to take the snap himself, go up only 2 yards to be shut down immediately.
And one thing I've noticed is that Tularosa, even after they got into running clock and they were so far ahead, a lot of times another team will start putting in some younger players and Tularosa doesn't seem to have done a whole lot of that. It looks like their starters have continued to play through the fourth quarter, and they've continued to just come at Jal with everything they've got. I mean, they have not really loosened their attack that they've had the whole game, and sometimes you don't see that always. Of course, there's a lot at stake, and it's a playoff game, and Tularosa's coach may have thought, I want my starters to have this win and be in there the whole time.
So now here comes Kobe Vargas trying to break out to the left side. Gets a gain of 4. So now that's 20 on the night. For Kobe on only 3 rushes. Averaging enough yards tonight for him. About 6.5. So 30 seconds left. This clock is winding down, and the Jal Panther football season is slowly winding down to an end here tonight.
Yeah, not much. There's less than, I think they won't even get another play off, I think. Let's see. Maybe one more here, and that's going to be it.
Yeah, pretty much the game here. So spirits are kind of down here in this Panther Stadium.
It's definitely quiet.
So here comes the snap for Vargas. He's going to try to run out to the right and slung down by his jersey there. By 68.
Ball carried by number 4, Vargas.
So that will bring the Jal Panther season to an end.
Your final score, Jal Panther 6, Tularosa Wildcats 42.
And at the end of the game, the final score 42-6, Tularosa defeating Jal. Adam?
So that is the final score. That is 6-42. Jal's offense just struggled tonight all game. The defense struggled in the second half, but that Panther offense just struggled all night tonight.
Tularosa, it was just too much Tularosa the whole game. They really came to play, and their offense and defense were just a force to be reckoned with tonight, and Jal just didn't have what it took to get through that. That Jal's defense did a nice job till the first quarter and a half, really strong, and then they have, a lot of that Jal's short roster really showing the tiredness of their two-way players, and Tularosa took advantage of bigger roster, fresher legs, and just fresher everything all game long. They got up and over Jal, and they just never looked back, Adam.
Don't you think it really just came down to whoever wanted it more tonight? Tularosa looks like they showed a lot more heart tonight than, another team did. So whoever wanted it more, obviously, is going to get the win. And that's what Tularosa did tonight. They came in and took care of business, and they're going to move on to the next round and hopefully either play Eunice or Estancia. So,
right. That's we'll continue to watch that. So we certainly hope that, of course, Eunice will play tomorrow, the number 1 ranked team in 2A, and they will play Estancia.
Yeah.
Or Escalante, rather, not Estancia, but Escalante. So that's definitely, you will be able to watch that game if you're interested in more 2A football, even though they're a rival of Eunice's. That's going to be on Unisports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. And I believe that game is at either 1 or 1:30 tomorrow afternoon. So definitely tune in probably about 15 minutes earlier to catch that complete game. Tularosa, by the way, we certainly hope that their players and their fans will have a safe journey home. Yeah. And for Jal, we say a good season. Any season where you make the playoffs and you go into the playoffs, that's a successful season. They had a winning season. They made it through one game of the playoffs. It's not the kind of season, it's not how they wanted their season to end up, but they can hold their heads up high and know that they played well all season and they did a good job. So, good job for the Panthers, and congratulations. And thank you again, Adam, and for Jockson.
You as well. Thanks for coming out here and helping me.
We're going to say thank you again to all of our sponsors, and I guess we're ready to wrap things up. Is that all right? Are you going to do a little post-game? Okay. So we thank you for watching and listening, and I'm Dawn Morgan for Adam. We say good night, so long.
To all
and
you guys.
That's right.
See you next season.
Thanks for watching and listening on JAL Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. Good evening.